Summer, get outside and enjoy a quick round of golf at the Twin Lakes Golf Course in Palatine. Twin Lakes features an executive 9-hole golf course with a driving range, cafe, and pro shop. Just starting the game, lessons are available. Take a couple of hours for yourself and stop at the Twin Lakes Rec area off Northwest Highway and hit the links. For a tee time, call 847-934-6050. Bender Dental Care, located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Bender Dental wants everyone to be informed, appreciated, and cared for at all times. To prove it, they now offer a new patient exam for just $29. That includes consult, x-ray, exam, and cleaning. Let Bender Dental help you have healthy teeth and gums for a lifetime. Located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Visit benderdentalcare.com.
For local information and fun times in the mornings, listen to Marky B and Larry Jones on the first shift.
And when like Christmas time and Thanksgiving time, Brian has these little competitions. People ring up and they gobble like a turkey, and whoever gets the most votes for the best gobble off, they win a turkey for Thanksgiving.
Really? That's a great idea. That's a great radio contest. Derek has given us some great ideas here.
That's
Larry.
right. Yeah.
It's the first shift, weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m. right here on WRMN.
Retirement can be scary, but only if you're not prepared. That's why AARP created thisispretirement.org. Because unless you've already retired, you're in pretirement, and you still have time to plan. Learn about retirement savings options, potential tax breaks, and how you can build savings over time. Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan and feel the retirement fear disappear. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Microsoft has new computers that put AI first, this special category called Copilot Plus PCs. They have minimum specs plus a chip just for AI. The company unveiling the first Surface devices with the designation, powered by Qualcomm chips, not Intel. One notable AI feature is called Recall. It lets your computer remember everything you do so that you can find files, images, and websites later. More tech news tips on Rich on Tech.
Every Saturday from 1 to 4, right here on WRMN.
What makes a great pizza restaurant? The obvious answer, great pizza. A local favorite since 1983, Pizza Pub Wisconsin Dells has been serving up the best pizza in the Dells. Year after year after year. Not hungry for pizza? Try the homemade lasagna, chicken parmesan, burgers, salads, and an extensive kids menu. Or take a trip or two to the all-you-care-to-eat lunch buffet. Pizza Pub, walking distance to water parks and hotels in Wisconsin Dells. Visit the Milwaukee County Zoo this summer to enjoy so many species of fun. Home to more than 2,200 animals, representing over 340 different species. The zoo educates, entertains, and inspires. Stomp back in time with the zoo's summer exhibit, Dinosaur Discovery, sponsored by Sendik's Food Market. You'll be astounded by the gigantic and scientifically accurate animatronic displays. Touch, feel, and learn about the role of predators in the ecosystem. Running through October 5th. Visit milwaukeezoo.org.
Anderson Japanese Gardens, ranked the highest quality Japanese garden in North America and located right in the heart of Rockford. Their mission is to open minds to a different culture while offering a place of peace and tranquility where one can find healing, renewal, inspiration, and a re-energized soul. A premier destination for corporate functions, special events, weddings, and receptions. For directions, hours, and fees, visit andersongarden.org today.
The weather is getting better, and we know it's the time when ladders and DIYers come out. Before you start any new outdoor projects, ComEd wants you to know that electricity can jump from a power line to you and the tools you're using. So maintain a safe distance from any power lines. You can also call ComEd at 1-800-EDISON-1 to have those power lines de-energized the next time you do any type of work around them. Stay smart, stay safe, stay back. ComEd, powering lives.
Bender Dental Care, located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Bender Dental wants everyone to be informed, appreciated, and cared for at all times. To prove it, they now offer a new patient exam for just $29. That includes consult, x-ray, exam, and cleaning. Let Bender Dental help you have healthy teeth and gums for a lifetime. Located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Visit benderdentalcare.com.
It is 6:10 here at WRMN, AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube, although we are not on the AM dial at the moment. It is being worked on. We are on YouTube at WRMN Radio on YouTube as we get this show underway. So welcome to a Tuesday show, which starts with our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The day after Labor Day, and I apologize for no national anthem there. We got a little issue accessing a few things as this show gets underway, but we'll get it all back under control as time moves on, and we'll just move on with the show. I didn't feel comfortable enough singing the national anthem for you this morning, so today we'll have to settle for the pledge, and we'll have the national anthem back tomorrow. Welcome to a Tuesday show. Welcome to September. Welcome to a short, very long week. A very long, short week. And we are on YouTube, just to give you a little update. At some point, the AM dial went down. Our app is working fine. And now our YouTube feed is also working fine, but we're looking at the blowtorch. We're trying to reignite the blowtorch. AM 1410 to get that going. Thanks to Gary Dice for giving me a call and letting me know. That's the way he listens. Old school on the AM dial. Because he is old school. And thanks, Gary, even though you're not listening, because that's the way you listen. And our AM dial is down. Due to the fact that we're on 3 different ways most of the time, the show must go on even when one form of our broadcast is down, so the show will go on. And here on the 3rd of September, we are in the midst of some very, very good weather. I'm Mark, by the way, back after yesterday, and thanks to Dino and Sonar and Downtown Jose. Oh, yes, I was listening from all the way in Chavanaugh on the app yesterday morning for a while. Thanks to those fellas for filling in for me and helping us through Labor Day. I'm back today, and we are looking at a 52-degree morning at the start of this one. Fair skies. Winds are calm. I hope you are. It's the way to be. Sunshine in the forecast today. Another gorgeous day with a high of about 77. It's going to get a little bit warmer today, but still be very, very pleasant for you. 77 for the high. Clear skies and 51 degrees tonight. And then as we move into your Wednesday, we're back in the 80s with sunshine and a high of 82 degrees on Wednesday. Down to 59 tomorrow night. Thursday, sunny with a high of 86, making a run at summertime again. After all, it still is summertime for about 18 more days. 86 for your Thursday high. 61 for Thursday night with a 60% chance of showers Thursday night. Then Friday, a 30% chance of a morning shower, mostly sunny with a much cooler high of 72. So the showers on Thursday night are going to bring some cooler conditions to us. And As we move into the weekend, how about this forecast for Saturday, September the 7th, America's First Responders Fest? It's looking really nice in terms of sunshine, but it's looking more like our festival as you would expect it to be if we were holding it in early October. As Saturday, we're looking at a high of only 63 degrees. Sunshine and 63 after a 47-degree low on Friday night. Saturday night, clear skies all the way down to 43 degrees. So wear a sweatshirt, maybe a light jacket with you on Saturday when you come to America's First Responders Fest. Sunday, we're at sunshine and a high of 67 degrees. So there's your forecast all through Sunday, and it's a nice looking forecast. The best chance of rain Thursday night, about a 60% chance of rain that evening. Fair skies right now in 52, and the winds are calm. 6:16 on this Tuesday morning here at WRMN, AM 1410, WRMN Radio on YouTube, and download our app. I mentioned we are on YouTube this morning, so if you want to watch us that way, you can. We have a few people saying hey this morning. The Sultan of South Elgin giving us the high school football scoreboard. And the Sultan jumping all over the local teams for being terrible on the first weekend of high school football. Yes, it wasn't good. So we'll talk about that a little bit this morning as the show unfolds. Good morning to the Big Boss Man. He starts us off on YouTube today. He says, good morning, Marky B and First Shifters. Have a great day from the Big Boss Man, who sends us 20 prayers to our prayer scoreboard to get us started today. Prayer scoreboard works. The clicker is clicking. And good morning to No Nickname John on YouTube as well. He says, good morning, First Shifters. Today is U.S. Bowling League Day. Are you ready? Are you ready for the bowling season? It is September, and if you are a die-hard bowler, this is generally the month when bowling starts to come around again. The sound of the bowling ball hitting the pins. Every year I pledge to bowl a little bit more. Every year turns out about the same. I bowl a handful of times, but it'd probably be a little while yet. Weather's got to get a little colder for me to get in the bowling alley, I think. But today, according to No Nickname John, is U.S. Bowling League Day. And he says, I tried to strike up a clean pun, but they all wound up in the gutter. So I'll spare you, says No Nickname John. Hold on, John. I have to make a couple of things happen here for me to be able to play the baby laugh and all that. Let me see. It's 6:18 here at WRMN, AM 1410, and WRMN Radio on YouTube on this Tuesday morning. Getting back in the saddle. I hope you had a great Labor Day weekend. And now we flip on over into September, into the fall state of mind, even though we still have 18 days left of summer. Let's not forget that. Well, back to No Nickname John and his amazing bad joke or bad pun of the day. U.S. Bowling League Day. I tried to strike up a clean pun, but they all wound up in the gutter.
Please be quiet.
This needs to stop now.
Shut up!
So I'll spare you.
Shut up!
Spare you.
Shut up!
No Nickname John. That's a nice use of words, No Nickname John. I gotta give you an 8, especially for the double effort there. No Nickname John checking in at 6:05 this morning. And we'll continue to check through the YouTube comments all through the day. It's the Beehive Bar and Grill. And we'll see what the buzz is all about if you want to kick it with me in the Beehive Bar and Grill today. We have our Image 360 information line. Image 360 at 506 South Elgin, sundown rather, in South Elgin. And Linda Carter always opens the door. She was a little late getting in today at 12:44 a.m. Usually it's about 12:02, but that's okay. We'll forgive her. Everybody's getting back in the saddle. Linda Carter, Linda Carter, Linda Carter. Oosh! Linda Carter sends us a pile of prayers. On this Blues Day Tuesday, we'll spin the blues in a little while. West Side Freddy, calm yourself. Calm yourself. We have 40 prayers on the prayer scoreboard already. Linda Carter in the house. And the number to text if you want to with the Image 360 information line. If you're not on YouTube and you just want to reach out to the show, it's 505-926-1410. That's the number, 505-926-1410. 621 Tuesday, so Larry Jones is not here. He'll be back with me tomorrow morning. We'll do our thing on a Wednesday morning with myself and Larry. And today, it's you and I. We'll catch up on some news stories. I'll clean up the streets from the weekend. We had some dirty streets, if you know what I'm saying. Some pretty bad crime times took place over the weekend. We had a shooting over the weekend right here in the city of Elgin. So we will review all of that when I get into the news here shortly. First shift 411, I got to go through this clipboard over here and see what's new and what's old. And we'll have at least a couple of bits of information about First Shift 411 today. I do know that I can let you know all about America's First Responders Fest, because that's what we're all focused on here this week. And it all fires up with our Rapid Response 5K Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Our numbers are starting to get a little bit better for the 5K Saturday. So it's going to be a great morning for a 5K. 47 degrees on Friday night and only 63 for the high on Saturday. So it's 5K weather Saturday morning for sure. And the 5K starts at 10 a.m. And then our on-stage events start right after the 5K. We'll announce our award winners, top 10 females, top 10 males in the 5K Saturday morning. And then 11 o'clock, we'll launch the day. We'll launch the day and singing our national anthem for the second consecutive year, Shannon Harms and her two daughters. Shannon is a firefighter for South Elgin. And she sang our national anthem last year with one of her daughters, Savannah. And this year, 3 ladies will be singing our national anthem together. Shannon Harms, Savannah, and her other daughter, whose name escapes me at the moment. I'll have to look through my text messages. But that'll be Saturday morning at about 11 a.m. More information on America's First Responders Fest coming up with First Shift 411 next hour. All right, I might have a haiku for you, thanks to Blackhawks Brad. Thanks, BHB, for the message a little while ago, by the way. Blackhawks Brad says the word of the day is shyster. A person who uses unscrupulous, fraudulent, or deceptive methods in business is a shyster. And apparently our AM is back up now. So thanks to Brian Prenovo and Dennis Sonar Green behind the scenes. But Brian came to the rescue this morning, I think, and got our AM back up and running. So thank you. It looks like we're back at full strength, or strength, as some people like to say. Not me. I like to use the letter G in the word strength. 624 here at WRMN. Well, BHB did not give me a word yet because probably I've been not using his words as regularly as I should, so maybe we'll use shyster in a haiku this morning, and I'll stop being a shyster and do a haiku on a daily basis. It's 6:24 here at WRMN. What else is happening on the show? Your phone calls are always welcome at 847-931-1410. Maybe we'll do trivia at the end of the 8 o'clock hour. We'll see how I feel for that and see if we can get trivia back stirred up this morning. And we're also going to have our Pick 6 contest launching. This is the first week of the National Football League coming up on Sunday. And the Chicago Bears open against the Tennessee Titans at noon on Sunday. And everybody who's an NFL fan gets fired up this time of the year for the first game of the year. Bears play at noon Sunday against Tennessee at Soldier Field. I don't have a Pick 6 sheet out yet. I have to kind of sort all of that out of my mind. We don't have the Redemption Center open on a daily basis anymore. That was one way you could come in and fill out your sheet. But we always put it online last year. And I'm sure we can do that again this year. So let me get all those ducks in a row. We thank Rookies, though, and Village Squire and Alexander's and Old Republic for jumping on board again this year with us and being a part of our Pick 6. And give me a day or so and I'll hopefully have some more information on the Pick 6 2024-25. It is 6:26. We'll have some bottom of the hour news coming up in just a couple of moments. In the meantime, let's check into this day in music history to see what we have. Walter Becker passed away on this year back in 2017. Walter Becker is the co-founder and the guitarist from Steely Dan. Died at the age of 67. The highly influential band first caught fans' ears back in 1972 with Can't Buy a Thrill. From there, they released 8 albums, including best-selling titles Pretzel Logic from 1974, Asia 1977, and Two Against Nature in 2000. And they had many, many hits, including this song. Steely Dan starts us off this morning on the anniversary of the death of Walter Becker from Steely Dan. Ricky, don't lose that number. News on the way, 6:27, first shift, Tuesday, WRMN, AM 1410.
We hear you're leaving, that's okay. I thought our little wild time had just begun. I guess you kinda scared yourself, you turn and run. But if you have a change of heart, Ricky, don't lose that number. You don't wanna call nobody else. Send it off in a letter to yourself. Ricky,
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Bank of America Merrill Investments. The Elgin Police Department were dispatched to Preston Avenue over the weekend following reports of a shooting. On arrival, they found a man who was injured and was quickly taken to a local hospital, fortunately with non-life-threatening injuries. The Major Investigation Division is now investigating the shooting. Saturday, September 7th is America's First Responders Fest at Penton Mill Park in South Elgin from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m., celebrating our brave emergency personnel with a day filled with activities and tributes. The event is orchestrated by WRMN 1410. The Elgin Police Department's Social Services Unit, represented by Joanne Stingley, Vanessa Botti, and Fabiola Ramirez Mercado, showcased their pioneering work at the International Association of Chiefs of Police headquarters in Alexandria, Virginia over the weekend. The esteemed gathering was part of a two-day seminar focused on enhancing victim services across the country. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Cedric Mullins with a two-run homer, and the Orioles make it 13-3.
The White Sox were handed their 108th loss of the season on Monday, 13-3, the final on the road at Baltimore. The action courtesy the Orioles radio network. Chicago remains on pace to break the Major League record for losses. That's 120, set by the 1962 Mets. Right now, the Sox on pace to finish at 36 and 126. The Pirates beat the Cubs 5-3 at Wrigley Field on Monday. Pittsburgh rallied with 4 runs in the 8th. Brian Reynolds and Andrew McCutchen homered. The Pirates able to rally from a 3-0 deficit in the opener of a 3-game series. The Bears are set for their season opener. That'll be this coming Sunday at home against the Titans. The team named 8 captains on Monday, including rookie quarterback Caleb Williams. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Get big deals for days at Target's long weekend sale.
Let's go.
Like 20% off denim, tees, dresses, and shoes for the family. Then round out your barbecue with Doritos and Ruffles party-sized chips. They're on sale 2 for $7. Or get 30% off 12 packs of soda when you buy 3 with Target Circle. And save even more. Find new lower prices on many grocery and household items you love today and every day. Target's long weekend sale ends Monday. Restrictions apply.
I love it.
Doors take us to summers away or winter adventures and afternoon getaways. Your dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors by working with you on a comprehensive plan to help you reach your wealth's full potential. Because doors were meant to be opened. Visit fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimum supply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE SIPC.
.634, first shift, Tuesday morning. Welcome back. Back to the AM dial. We are up. The AM dial is up. The app is good, and so is YouTube, and I hope you are. It is September 3rd, 9/3/2024. The 247th day of the year. Week number 36, quarter number 3 continues. And fall is right around the corner. I've already mentioned it like 3 times in the first half hour of the show. It's like I'm trying to get us there. I'm really not trying to get us there that fast. The nice cool air, though, does feel good. I hope you're feeling all right on this Tuesday morning. We'll check some YouTube comments. We'll have our Comfort Keepers call to action coming up here in a little bit. What else is happening? NFL, the Bears and Tennessee Sunday. I'll get the Pick 6 sheets together. We have a big day Saturday and Sunday. Dino, the director Delaley, is in on YouTube this morning, and he reminds us about a Sunday broadcast we have coming up this week as well. It's going to be a fast-paced weekend for the WRMN crew with a long day Saturday and a parade broadcast coming up on Sunday in Burlington. We continue to strengthen our ties with some of our great communities just outside of Elgin. We are appreciative of our beginnings of our relationships with some of the leaders and good people of Hampshire. And now Burlington. We had the call in last week from Micheline, and we talked about the referendum in Burlington coming up in November and how she is adamantly against it, and there's a group that is. And then I had a call at my desk saying, whoa, not everybody is. A lot of people are in favor of this new Burlington High School. So we can discuss issues like this right here on WRMN. That's one of the reasons that we're here for you. Help you get to the bottom of some issues here in the community. Our community that our radio station is located in, Elgin, and other great communities that surround us here in the Fox River Valley and beyond. 6:36 here at WRMN. All right, well, let me get into some news stories here that I have for you, and then we'll check into our staff meeting a little bit and see what's going on with you at WRMN Radio on YouTube. After the weekend, especially after long weekends, we usually takes a little bit of time to clean up the streets. And when I say that, I mean we check crime times. Crimes happen on the weekend. And I guess in Chicago this weekend, 4 people were killed on a CTA Blue Line. Is that right? Someone's in custody now in Forest Park, I guess, for this incident that happened over the weekend. A little more local to us, we had a shooting in Elgin this weekend. So what time is it? Crime time. Crime time here on the show. Elgin shooting. Not just the shots fired. EPD 2024-55287. August 31st. This would have been last Friday? My days are messed up in my head. Let's see. Today's the 3rd. Maybe Saturday. August 31st at 8:17 p.m. Officers responded to the 400 block of Preston Avenue for a reported shooting. Not just a shots fired, but a shooting. Officers arrived on the scene and located an adult male subject with non-life-threatening injuries who was subsequently transported to an area hospital. Detectives from the Major Investigations Division are continuing to investigate this incident. No arrests have been made as of now, I don't think. Nothing on the Elgin Police Department Facebook page this morning, and I did reach out to Public Information Officer Mike Martino yesterday to ask about it, and he said there's no news to report at this time. So I guess the investigation continues, and the man who was shot is going to be okay, or at least survive. But the actual shooter, I guess, is not in custody as of right now. So we'll see what happens with that this week. If you have any information that may assist, call 847-289-2600, or you can text a tip by sending a message 847-411. That's you send the message to that number, 847-411. Include Elgin PD in the beginning of the text, along with the message and or tip information. You can also visit cityofelgin.org/crime tip for more crime tip options. cityofelgin.org/crime tip. Somewhere on this clipboard is a sheet about 3 sessions they're going to have in the month of September to teach you how to properly use the transparency hub that the Elgin Police Department has created so you can do some investigating yourself, I guess. If you see something that happens in your neighborhood and you wonder what it is, maybe you can better use the Transparency Hub to find out more about it. There's 3 of these sessions. I'll tell you about that with First Shift 411 over the next couple of weeks. The first session is tomorrow night, I believe. Don't think I'm going to make that one, but I may shoot to make one of the following 2. They're going to have one on September the 11th and also September the 18th. And the 18th is going to be at the Moose Lodge in my neck of the hood, so that might be a good one for me to attend. But I'll be telling you more about that with First Shift 411. 641 here at WRMN. So an Elgin shooting over the weekend. We've had a number of shootings in the city this year. It's been more than just shots fired. We've had several that have connected this year. We've had, 5 homicides, I think? And a couple of other shootings like this one where the victim did not die. It's 641 here at WRMN. All right, we have more crime times here. We have a disturbing murder at the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. A Plainfield woman, and I did not see a story that identifies this individual who's the suspect yet. But a Plainfield woman who was a student and a standout gymnast at the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater was shot last Friday, and she was shot to death. Her name, Kara Welsh. Kara Welsh, 21 years old, found just before midnight in an off-campus apartment at the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. That's not too far from here, right? In Walworth County. And how long does it take to get there to UW-Whitewater? About an hour and a half? Something like that, maybe? Kara Welsh. This was in Whitewater, Wisconsin, where the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater is. Police also found a 23-year-old man in the apartment. Welsh and the man had been in a fight. So a domestic situation, I guess, before the shots were fired. The man was arrested on charges of first-degree intentional homicide and endangering safety by use of a dangerous weapon and disorderly conduct while armed. He is being held at the Walworth County Jail, according to Whitewater Police. No name given in the story, though, for this 23-year-old man. There is an ongoing investigation. No further information was available as of Sunday morning. I imagine more will come out on this today. Maybe the identification of the man, the suspect. And I assume, and this is just me assuming, which you know what that means, right? I make an ass out of you and me when I assume. But I assume that Welsh knew the man and maybe was in some sort of a relationship with the man. But again, that's me now, reaching a little bit when I don't know the facts. But that would just be my guess based on what I hear in this story so far. Welsh was majoring in management at the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater College of Business and Economics and was a standout member of the Warhawk gymnastics team, winning an individual national title on the vault back in 2023, according to the university. As a freshman, Welsh led the Warhawks to a second-place finish in the WIAC championship after tying for second on the vault. In her first National Collegiate Gymnastics Association championship appearance, Welsh tied for third on the vault to earn All-America honors, according to the university. Last year, Welsh won the vault title at the WIAC championship meet and qualified for nationals as an individual. She went on to win the national title in the event with a score of 98.25, whatever that means. Oh, I guess that's they get judged, right? So she had a 9.825 on the vault. 9.825. Welsh was set to begin her senior year today at UW-Whitewater. She graduated from Plainfield Central High School in 2021, and she was killed last Friday in an off-campus apartment at the age of 21. So that's sad, obviously. 6:46 here at WRMN. Checking some news stories this morning, catching me up a little bit on the weekend, Labor Day weekend. Right before I left for my Labor Day weekend camping trip, I saw this release by the city of Elgin. And it's 6:46. We're a little bit ahead of the game here, so I guess I have time for one more news story, and then we'll say hey to a few folks as we get into our staff meeting a little bit. City of Elgin put out a release late last week about the water again. City of Elgin announces elevated levels of lead in drinking water in some homes with lead water service lines or lead plumbing. This release was put out on August the 30th. And I'm just reading straight from the release. I haven't read this release by myself yet, so we're kind of reading this together. In all caps, in the first line of the release, it says, "Important information about lead in City of Elgin drinking water. Recent drinking water quality monitoring conducted by the City of Elgin has found elevated levels of lead in drinking water in some homes and buildings in Elgin. The source of the lead is likely lead service lines leading from the city's municipal water pipes to homes of Elgin residents. Lead is not present in Elgin's source water, wells, and river water, nor is lead in Elgin's treated drinking water. Some homes and buildings, however, have water service lines, solder or fixtures made of lead, and lead can enter the drinking water through the corrosion of plumbing materials." That's kind of makes me not want to drink water that comes out of any lines, like this, because if you just mentally imagine like lead chipping into the water or something, I'm sure it's not that bad, but it's the mental thing, right? The results from the drinking water monitoring are representative of the homes and buildings most at risk for lead in water, those built or plumbed before 1988. Lead can enter the drinking water through the corrosion of plumbing materials. Twice a year, Elgin tests 100 homes and buildings that are expected to have lead present in their plumbing due to the presence of lead services lines or expected lead solder based on the age of the home. The EPA action level for lead is exceeded when more than 10% of these homes have lead in water levels above 15 parts per billion. In the first half of last year, the city completed the routine sampling, and of the 100 homes sampled, 14 were found to have lead levels above the action level, 14 of 100. So most have no problem, but 14 did. The city's routine water sampling under federal and state regulations, requires the drinking water from 100 homes to be analyzed every 6 months. When results are above regulation limits, the city is required to notify the public and implement corrective action. The first set of test results from this year indicated 14 homes are above the regulatory limit of 15 ppg, showing 17.1 ppg as the 90th percentile value from the set of homes sampled. Breaking down some numbers here. So let's see. I got to bail out of this story, and I'll get back to it maybe a little bit later. But during the past 10 years, Elgin has been replacing the publicly owned portion of a lead water service line, the water main to the shutoff valve, during capital improvement projects and when residents commit to replacing their privately owned portion of the lead service line, the shutoff valve to a home or building. Over the past 4 years, the city has been assisting residents in replacing their private portion of the lead water service line when disturbed by city activity. Additionally, as a part of the city's lead service line replacement program, the city has been replacing the entire service line, from the water main to the meter, in select neighborhoods around the city. These initiatives have replaced approximately 1,933 lead service lines in the past 6 years, average of about 300 a year. 1,933 lead service lines since 2018. Approximately 870 lead service lines are budgeted for replacement this year, with similar plans contemplated for next year. So they're trying, but it's going to take a long time. And I guess from time to time, we're going to have these tests come out that indicate that some people have a little bit of a high level of lead. So it's part of what we're going through here in the city of Elgin, and I guess probably many communities around here have some of the same issues. It's 6:52 here at WRMN. All right, we'll get back to this maybe more in the next couple of days. There is more to the release, but that's enough for the moment. 6:52 here at WRMN. Let's go to YouTube for a minute and see what's on your mind at WRMN Radio on YouTube today. We've had our bad joke and pun of the day by No Nickname John. Words wanted to come out of my mouth, and I wasn't even ready to say them. No Nickname John, on U.S. Bowling League Day, tried to strike up a clean pun, but they all wound up in the gutter. So I'll spare you, says No Nickname John. No Nickname John gets an 8 from me today on the 1 to 10 scale. Becky Blue checks in. Good morning, Becky Blue. Thanks for listening. Morning, everybody. Hope you all had a safe and happy holiday. Here's plenty of sunshine for this Blues Day Tuesday from me to you, Becky Blue. And today she sends us about 12 rays of sunshine. No Nickname John, by the way, did add 6 prayers to the prayer scoreboard this morning. Dennis D. Not So Young checks in. Cub fans had a letdown last night. We got all fired up about our 6-game winning streak, and the Cubs suddenly found themselves 5 games above 500 going into last night's game against Pittsburgh, and then the Cubs took a 3-0 lead. Dansby Swanson hit a home run, and Pete Crow Armstrong hustled to avoid a double play. You don't see what happened in that particular play happen very often. Kind of a routine double play ball, but PCA got such a big lead off of first, he was actually safe at second. Now the batter would have been doubled up at first. The batter was out at first, but Armstrong was safe at second. And so the inning stayed alive instead of it being a routine double play. That gave Ian Happ a chance to bat, and Happ ripped a double down the first base line 2-run score, and the Cubs took a 3-0 lead. But I hate to second guess Craig Counsell. I like him, but I did say to anybody that could hear me, more than likely Lorena, that when they pulled Jamison Tyon after 7 innings, I thought they ought to leave him in for one more inning because his pitch count was at 89 pitches. And Craig Counsell does a good job of protecting his pitchers, trying to keep them strong late in the season. That's a problem that David Ross had last year. He wore out his pitching, and they had injury problems, and maybe he used him too much early in the season. I don't know. Counsell tries not to do that, and he put in Jorge Lopez in the 8th inning instead of staying with Tyon for one more inning. After Jamison had pitched 7 innings of 3-hit ball and only had thrown 89 pitches. Lopez gave up a couple of weak base hits and then a 3-run homer to tie it, and then Andrew McCutchen, of all people, hit a home run to give Pittsburgh a 4-3 lead, and the Pirates rallied to win 5-3. So the Cubs' winning streak is over with, and that was a setback for the Cubs as they now find themselves 3.5 behind Atlanta for the final wild card spot, but they're also behind the New York Mets for that final wild card spot. So it's going to be a big mountain. The Cubs are going to have to stay hot, basically, for the rest of the season to overcome one of those two teams. 6:56 already here at WRMN. What can I do at this point? I guess I waited too long to play a song. So we'll just talk through the final 2 minutes of this hour and then play some more songs as the morning unfolds here on the show. Coming up at 9, by the way, it is Medicare made A, B, C, D, E, Z. As Julianne and Danny. Generally, Danny. More than likely, Danny will be here to give you Medicare updates, getting to that crucial time of the year again when people are going to start to look and see what they have, and it's time to sign up again and all that. So Danny will explain the latest to you with Medicare made A, B, C, D easy this morning in the 9 o'clock hour. Matt's got out to lunch today, and I looked at the chalkboard. That's actually a whiteboard. Looks like Matt has 2 guests on, or maybe just one. At least one guest on his Out to Lunch show today, talking about the upcoming Bluff City Cemetery Walk. So listen to Out to Lunch with Matt today. Tammy's back today. Talk Time with Tammy is back, and she'll be on the air from 2 until 4. And Tammy and friends talk to you, and they have a good time. They relax, and they talk about things, and they'll have a lot of catching up to do on what they all did over the Labor Day weekend. We've had a best of Talk Time with Tammy, both last Friday and yesterday here on the radio station. They must have a good show. They've only been on the air like 3 weeks, and they already have best ofs? It's impressive. Dennis D. Not So Young says, good morning, first shifters. Have a great day. More of your comments coming up. We'll have our Comfort Keepers call to action in the next hour. But now, let's hit the top of the hour break here. Come back with more of the first shift on this Tuesday on WRMN. Good morning.
Welcome to the brand new Avid Hotel, Wisconsin Dells, Lake Delton, where the essentials are done right every time. All while in the water park capital of the world. Make a splash at Noah's Ark, America's largest water park. Or at the Land of Natura, Wisconsin Dells Natural Water Park experience. Family fun at Knucklehead's Trampoline Park. And enjoy train-delivered food at Buffalo Phil's Pizza and Grill. Start your day with our free all-around breakfast featuring rotating hot items and freshly ground premium coffee. Right here in the lobby. And a 24/7 fitness center. The new Avid Hotel, 1273 Kalahari Drive, Wisconsin Dells. Call us at 608-404-7600 to book your next getaway. 608-404-7600. Once again, that's 608-404-7600.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 7 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Sky Rizzy. Saturday, September 7th is America's First Responders Fest at Penton Mill Park in South Elgin from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. Celebrating our brave emergency personnel with a day filled with activities and tributes. The event is orchestrated by WRMN 1410. The Elgin Police Department's Social Services Unit, represented by Joanne Stingley, Vanessa Botti, and Fabiola Ramirez Mercado, showcased their pioneering work at the International Association of Chiefs of Police headquarters in Alexandria, Virginia over the weekend. The esteemed gathering was part of a two-day seminar focused on enhancing victim services across the country. The Elgin Police Department were dispatched to Preston Avenue over the weekend following reports of a shooting. On arrival, they found a man who was injured and was quickly taken to a local hospital, fortunately with non-life-threatening injuries. The Major Investigation Division is now investigating the shooting. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Hey there, this is Marky B from The First Shift, inviting you to join Brian Anderson for his new radio show, Kane County Speaks, every Thursday from 9 until 10 a.m. during the final hour of my morning show. It's an election year, and Brian will discuss important local issues and interview local candidates from the perspective of Kane County Speaks. The show will feature open phone lines for your thoughts, comments, and questions, and the chat room will be open at WRMN Radio on YouTube. Kane County Speaks is citizen-driven and focused on making Kane County a better place to live and work with goals of freedom, security, and prosperity for all. To learn more about their grassroots organization, you can check them out at KaneCountySpeaks.com. Let's discuss the issues of Kane County so that you can get involved and make a difference too. It's Kane County Speaks every Thursday morning with Brian Anderson from 9 until 10 a.m. during the first shift right here on WRMN, AM 1410, and at WRMN Radio on YouTube.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Bears are set for their season opener. That'll be this coming Sunday at home against the Titans. The team named 8 captains on Monday, including rookie quarterback Caleb Williams.
Cedric Mullins with a 2-run homer, and the Orioles make it 13-3.
The White Sox were handed their 108th loss of the season on Monday, 13-3, the final on the road at Baltimore. The action courtesy of the Orioles radio network. Chicago remains on pace to break the Major League record for losses. That's 120, set by the 1962 Mets. Right now, the Sox on pace to finish at 36 and 126. The Pirates beat the Cubs 5-3 at Wrigley Field on Monday. Pittsburgh rallied with 4 runs in the 8th. Brian Reynolds and Andrew McCutchen homered. The Pirates able to rally from a 3-0 deficit in the opener of a 3-game series.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Get big deals for days at Target's long weekend sale.
Let's go.
Like 20% off denim, tees, dresses, and shoes for the family. Then round out your barbecue with Doritos and Ruffles party-sized chips. They're on sale 2 for $7. Or get 30% off 12 packs of soda when you buy 3 with Target Circle. And save even more. Find new lower prices on many grocery and household items you love today and every day. Target's long weekend sale ends Monday. Restrictions apply.
I love it.
Doors take us to summers away or winter adventures and afternoon getaways. Your dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors by working with you on a comprehensive plan to help you reach your wealth's full potential. Because doors were meant to be opened. Visit fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimum supply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE SIPC.
Available now on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com is the book called DUI Jury Trial, which is the true story of a truck driver in Illinois who was charged with driving under the influence of alcohol. Not only was he facing a revocation of his driver's license, but also a lifetime disqualification of his commercial driver's license, which would prevent him from ever driving a semi-truck again. This book includes the backstories of the truck driver, the lawyers that defended his case, and the DUI expert witness who analyzed the case and then testified at trial as to the proper protocol procedures of the field sobriety test as well as the breathalyzer tests. This nonfiction novel also includes the actual court transcripts from the jury trial, a courtroom showdown in which the final verdict would determine the fate of the defendant's livelihood. The book DUI Jury Trial is now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
Are you frustrated with the way our world is becoming? Do you want to make a difference right here in your own community? Come to the next Elgin Township Republican meeting and be a part of the change you want to see. They are committed to making our community stronger, safer, and more prosperous. Whether it's through grassroots efforts, community service, or local advocacy, your voice matters. Help build a brighter future for Elgin Township. Get involved today. Visit elgingop.org and find out how you can help make a difference. Elgin Township Republicans, your community, your voice, your future. Meetings take place on the fourth Tuesday of every month at the Elgin Township Building, 729 South McLean Boulevard at 6:30 p.m. Hope to see you there. Let's build a better tomorrow together.
At Knucklehead's Trampoline and Indoor Amusement Park in Wisconsin Dells, you're in for a fun-packed family experience. There's a bit of something for everyone to enjoy, whether you're a kid or a kid at heart. A trampoline park, full arcade, cosmic bowling lanes, and many amusement rides located in their 80,000 square foot indoor entertainment facility. A great attraction for team building activities or just plain fun. Open daily at the outlets at the Dells Complex in Wisconsin Dells. Contact Knuckleheads at 608-254-7332 or visit their website at knuckleheadspark.com.
Get ready for a laugh-out-loud trip back to Hollywood's golden age with the Elgin Theater Company's performance of Moonlight and Magnolias at the Elgin Art Showcase Building at 164 Division Street in Elgin. This fast-paced comedy reveals the behind-the-scenes chaos between film producer David O. Selznick, director Victor Fleming, and screenwriter Ben Heck, as in a mere 5 days, they struggle to write the screenplay for Gone with the Wind. Join in September 13th through till the 22nd, with showings on Fridays and Saturdays at 7:30 p.m. and Sunday matinees at 2 p.m. Find out more at elgin-theater.org.
Summer Lake House offers the ultimate waterfront family dining experience, complete with rustic summer-inspired decor and a menu that highlights simple, handcrafted dishes prepared with locally sourced ingredients. The Wisconsin-inspired Summer Lake House, where you can enjoy a laid-back, family-friendly vibe with delicious modern American cuisine and handcrafted cocktails. Don't just go out to eat, go outside to eat. Summer Lake House on Lake Delton.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
If you are 50 years and older, you are welcome to join Elgin State Bank's sponsored movie days at Elgin Marcus Theater. It will always be on the second Thursday of each month. Doors open at 8:30 a.m. At 9 a.m., you will hear a very brief message from Sherry Aschenbrenner about upcoming senior events, and movies will begin at approximately 9:30 a.m. Coffee and a donut is complimentary. You can always call the movie theater hotline number of 847-888-7976 to find out what movies are playing each month. The cost is $3 if you are a member of Elgin State Bank, meaning you have an account there, and $5 if you are a non-member. And for more senior information, catch Sherry's Senior Showcase on the third Tuesday of every month at 9:15 a.m. right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Ten past 7 here on the first shift on this Tuesday morning. I got to find some music, don't I? You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Talking about the blues. It is a Blues Day Tuesday here on the show. There we go. If you're a fan of the blues, then come on out to America's First Responders Fest. Jimmy Nick, he wild, he crazy, and he plays the blues. And he's going to play them for us with the guys from his band Saturday afternoon beginning at 3:30 at America's First Responders Fest. It's the best. Come hang with us on Saturday for a long and fun day. Different stage tributes to veterans, law enforcement, firefighters, emergency management, public works, and who knows who else. Dino is working on all that behind the scenes. And last year, I waited a little long to schedule the bands, so I had a little bit of a challenge finding the bands I was looking for last year. So this year, I put that like first on the list. I had the bands locked up a long time ago, so we're excited about our bands. Deacon Frost, Rick Lindy and the Wild Ones, Jimmy Nick, and then Junkyard Groove at 5:30 Saturday night. Everybody wear a sweatshirt. 63, I believe, is your high temperature expected for Saturday. How about that? Coolest day we have had in a long time. At least it'll be sunny and clear, though. And it'll be very pleasant. You ready to get in the dunk tank, David Tees? Huh? David listens to the show. Maybe listening right now. I don't know. At what temperature do you consider not having the dunk tank? I guess we'll discuss that in the next couple of days. It is 7:12 here at WRMN. I got a phone call at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. Coming in on this Blues Day Tuesday, and let's see who we have joining us this morning on the first shift. Good morning. Welcome to the show. I don't hear no one. Good morning and welcome to the show. Are you there? Well, that's weird. Everything seems to be fine. Let me try this one more time. Put you back on hold and bring you back up again. Good morning. Welcome to WRMN. You there? Hello, hello, hello. Okay. I guess we'll have to give up on this phone call for now. But maybe that caller will call back. I'm studying to see if there's anything I could possibly have wrong here, but it looks like I've done my part. Maybe the caller was having some issues. It's 7:13 here at WRMN. Hey, it was nice to see the ladies out front this morning. It all started when friend Brenda went by today at 5:44 a.m. on her way to the Hut. The little bitty convenience store right next to Eaton's Redwood Inn on the east side of the train tracks. Eaton's Redwood Inn is on the west side of the train tracks. Friend of Brenda this morning gave me the friendly wave at about 5:44. Gregarious Gina, she's here, 6:10 this morning. She made her appearance. We had Anna the Chervin, Director of Foreign Affairs, at 6:33. And then CK, comforting Kathleen, the leader of the band, at about 6:44 this morning. And there they are. They walked away for 2 seconds. Now they're walking back the other direction. They're confused. Who isn't confused? 7:14 here at WRMN on this Tuesday morning. All right, let's check this weather forecast, and then we'll get into a little first shift 411 for you, and then we'll get back to our staff meeting. We're looking for a beautiful day today. Current temperature this hour, as we get this hour underway, We started the show at 52. We've actually dropped back to 51 degrees, fair skies. And I took a short little break at the top of the hour and sat down with the ladies for a minute. And I said to the ladies, I said, it sure feels like fall out here. Not only because of the temperature, and everybody was wearing a jacket or a sweatshirt, but even the smell. As I looked down to the corner and I saw a school bus go down Highland, like the smell of gas from the school bus made it feel like fall to me. Well, today's going to be nice, and we're going to get back towards summer-like temperatures the next couple of days. Today's still very mild with a high of 77 degrees and sunshine. Clear skies tonight with a low of 51. So a nice cool night for windows again tonight. Then tomorrow, sunshine, and we're going to be up in the 80s for the first time here lately. 82 for your Wednesday high. Mostly clear and 59 degrees tomorrow night. Thursday, summer is back. Sunshine with a high of 86. It's only back for one day, though, because there's a pretty good chance of showers on Thursday night and a cool front that joins the showers. Showers likely, possibly a thunderstorm late night Thursday night, 60% chance, and a low of 61 degrees. And then for your Friday, a 30% chance of a lingering shower in the morning. Otherwise, mostly sunny and much cooler with a high of 72 for Friday. But we don't stop there with the cooler temperatures. Clear skies and 47 degrees on Friday night. And then Saturday, America's First Responders Fest Saturday 2024. Sunshine with a high of 63 degrees. It looks like Mother Nature is going to be good to us for our fourth consecutive year. Although we are going to have early October temperatures for Saturday with a high of only 63. How about that? It's okay. We just have to adjust, right? Classic cars and much, much more at America's First Responders Fest coming up on Saturday. The Rapid Response 5K starts at 5. No, it doesn't. It starts at 10. Where did I get the number 5 from? No idea. The Rapid Response 5K starts at 10. Maybe I got it from the 5 and 5K. Sign up this week by going to WRMN1410.com. If you want to be a part of our 5K, we'd love to have you in there. The first 30 that sign up received a special Rapid Response 5K shirt that we are putting out for the event. Runners after that, we're going to try to make regular First Responders Fest t-shirts available to you. And that's going to be Saturday morning at 10 a.m. And the beginning of our 5K will allow runners to run straight through a line of classic cars that John Polero lines up for us on the east and west sides of the parking lot. The runners will run right down the middle, and they'll curl around past the pavilion at Panton Mill Park in South Elgin, and then they'll start running south on the Fox River Trail. And they will run south all the way to the Stearns Bridge, where they will head across the bridge, turn around on this around this statue on the other side of the bridge, and then come back. And when they get back, they're going to finish running again right through that line of classic cars. Should be nice. We've made a few little changes with the course, so it has a couple of other quirks to it this year, like that, running through the classic cars. Thanks to my friend Glenn the Catalyst Camps, Dick Pond Athletics. They're on board this year, helping us with a 5K. And Glenn's been working it hard at all the running clubs he's a part of and organizes through Dick Pond Athletics. And he's been mentioning in the 5K many times at his meetings and his running outings that he has. And Sam I Am and Glenn and myself are, I guess, the three that put together the 5K for the most part. Julie, the race timer. I don't even know her last name. I have her in my cell phone as Julie Race Timer. So Race Timer is her last name. She'll be timing the race, and thank you for providing your company and promoting our race, Julie. And with a day like we're going to have Saturday, we might have a nice little walk-up of runners, as we have 63 degrees. Should be a great morning for a run Saturday morning. At 11 a.m., we'll have our national anthem with Shannon Harms and her two daughters. And she sent me a picture of her and her daughters last week, so I could post it maybe on our Facebook page this week. And they will be singing our national anthem for us at about 11 a.m. And let me see. Savannah is her one daughter. And let's see, looking through some old texts here, and I'll have to make sure I find out her other daughter's name. Three ladies, Savannah. It'll be Shannon and her two daughters singing the national anthem for us at 11 a.m. The American Legion, Post 57, I believe, is going to provide the color guard for us Saturday. And Deacon Frost will provide our opening music, playing great songs from the 60s and 70s. And who knows, maybe I'll make an appearance to sing my one song that I sing with Deacon Frost. Coming up at noon, we'll pause. Deacon Frost will get a short break. We'll have a little veteran ceremony up on stage. And I'll have more details for you on that in the next day or two as to what's going to take place during the veterans ceremony and during the law enforcement ceremony, which is at 1 o'clock. After the law enforcement ceremony, Rick Lindy and the Wild Ones will take the stage playing Jukebox Rock. When I think of Rick Lindy and the Wild Ones, I think of Johnny Cash, I think of Roy Orbison. Rick works hard. They all wear black, and I think they can get away with it Saturday. Last year, they were all wearing black, and Rick looked like he was about to fall out. And again this year, when I saw them play at the Elgin History Museum earlier this summer, they were all wearing black, and it was a hot day. Saturday, it'll be okay, Rick. You won't burn up. Rick Lindy and the Wild Ones, 1:30 until about 3 o'clock. At 2, we'll pause for the firefighter festivities on stage, led by retired Elgin and Bartlett Fire Chief Mike Felice. He's going to have a battalion chief from South Elgin and a battalion chief from Elgin flanking him on the stage as he makes a short firefighter presentation. That'll be at 2. Rick Lindy and the Wild Ones till about 3. Then we'll have our emergency management stage presentation. And then we'll get back to the music again, and we'll welcome Jimmy Nick for some blues from 3:30 till about 5 o'clock. Classic Car Show trophy presentation at 5. The Car Show guys, going to be a little bit of a long day for you, especially if you get there early to be a part of our 5K. But we look forward to having the great classic cars that make up this area. So many great classic car shows. And Junkyard Groove finishes off our music from 5:30 till about 7 on Saturday night. And let me pull up our website here. This is some First Shift 411 for you. And yes, I am spending a lot of time on America's First Responders Fest. It may be bumping some of the other First Shift 411, but I can bring back a little more next hour. Let's see. AFR Fest. Let me click on that from our website. And then let me click on this so I can let you know that we want to say thanks to Britain's Car Wash, Britain's Express. Thanks to Elgin State Bank, Hopkins Grease Company, and Siebert Landscape. They are our platinum level sponsors. Also, Image 360 in South Elgin, along with Arcades Bar and Grill, Dick Pond Athletics, Guthrie and Brady, Attorneys at Law, and Anderson's Engraving. They are providing all the plaques, all the medals, trophies and whatnot for our car show, for our 5K, and also Dino is going to hand out some other plaques during the stage presentations on Saturday. Thanks to Anderson's. Dave Anderson, he's still in business, by the way. He doesn't have the downtown retail location here in Elgin anymore, but he still does operate Anderson's Engraving out of his house in Genoa. So you'll be hearing more about Anderson's. And don't forget about Anderson's for your trophy needs. We also want to say thanks to American Legion Post 57 for being a silver sponsor, along with the Elgin Breakfast Rotary Club. Therial Booth, Attorneys at Law, St. Charles. Blue 22 LLC. All silver level sponsors. And bronze level sponsors include Bespoke Motor Union. I'm going to hear more from Cliff, I believe. Cliff Cadle is the gentleman's name, who is with Bespoke Motor Union. And they're building like a car condominium kind of place. That's the way I describe it. In Gilbert's. And I'm sure we're going to have more from Cliff and Bespoke in the coming months here on the station. Comfort Keepers of Elgin is also a bronze level sponsor, along with James Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Hampshire. And thanks to Gary Dice and all the great people at the Elgin United Civic Association. Many, many names I could name that are a member of that club that once again this year have also signed on as a bronze sponsor. We hope to get the Moose Lodge on board. I got to work on that a little bit today. And we'll see what else we put together this week as we get ready for this Saturday's main event. It is a 7:26 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. All right. Well, we'll get into some more news stories. Bottom of the hour, we'll have our news service cover the news for you, and then I'll probably get back to the lead story that I started last hour and have some other news stories that I'll mix in as well. Plus, we have a lot of our staff meeting to cover, as we'll have our Comfort Keepers call to action and get your thoughts on YouTube at WRMN Radio on YouTube, and also on the Image 360 information line at 505-926-1410. That's 505-926-1410. On this day in music history, we'll take you to 1977 this time around for a song I don't think I know. The month after his death, Elvis Presley had 27 albums and 9 singles in the top 100 charts in the UK. Moody Blue was the #1 album. Remember that Elvis album? Way Down was #1 on the singles chart. And that put Elvis equal with the Beatles for amassing 17 #1 hits in the UK, I guess. I don't know that I know this song, but let's see what it sounds like. Playing it for you to take you into the bottom of the hour break. Elvis and a song called Way Down on WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. Good morning. Elvis there. Hey, Gary Dice, call me back. I saw that you called. Call me and I'll talk to you in just a second. Thanks for calling. Gary realizes that the AM dial is back up and running as he's listening in. See, we've had a little jazz music inserted in our program here, so had to bail out of the Elvis song, but we'll maybe get that removed or something. We'll see. But anyway, let's check on some news now. It's 7:30 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. And then I'll come back and share some news, and we'll have our Comfort Keepers call to action. Don't forget, Talk Time with Tammy at 2 and a political talk show this afternoon at 4. Good morning.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Bank of America Merrill Investments. The Elgin Police Department's Social Services Unit, represented by Joanne Stingley, Vanessa Botti, and Fabiola Ramirez Mercado, showcased their pioneering work at the International Association of Chiefs of Police headquarters in Alexandria, Virginia over the weekend. The esteemed gathering was part of a 2-day seminar focused on enhancing victim services across the country. The Elgin Police Department were dispatched to Preston Avenue over the weekend following reports of a shooting. On arrival, they found a man who was injured and was quickly taken to a local hospital, fortunately with non-life-threatening injuries. The Major Investigation Division is now investigating the shooting. Saturday, September 7th is America's First Responders Fest at Penton Mill Park in South Elgin from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m., celebrating our brave emergency personnel with a day filled with activities and tributes. The event is orchestrated by WRMN 1410. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America, N.A.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Bears are set for their season opener. That'll be this coming Sunday at home against the Titans. The team named 8 captains on Monday, including rookie quarterback Caleb Williams.
Cedric Mullins with a 2-run homer, and the Orioles make it 13-3.
The White Sox were handed their 108th loss of the season on Monday, 13-3, the final on the road at Baltimore. The action courtesy the Orioles radio network. Chicago remains on pace to break the Major League record for losses. That's 120 set by the 1962 Mets. Right now, the Sox on pace to finish at 36 and 126. The Pirates beat the Cubs 5-3 at Wrigley Field on Monday. Pittsburgh rallied with 4 runs in the 8th. Brian Reynolds and Andrew McCutchen homered. The Pirates able to rally from a 3-0 deficit in the opener of a 3-game series.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Get big deals for days at Target's long weekend sale.
Let's go.
Like 20% off denim, tees, dresses, and shoes for the family. Then round out your barbecue with Doritos and Ruffles party-sized chips. They're on sale 2 for $7. Or get 30% off 12 packs of soda when you buy 3 with Target Circle. And save even more. Find new lower prices on many grocery and household items you love today and every day. Target's long weekend sale ends Monday. Restrictions apply.
I love it.
Doors take us to summers away or winter adventures and afternoon getaways. Your dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors by working with you on a comprehensive plan to help you reach your wealth's full potential. Because doors were meant to be opened. Visit fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimum supply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE SIPC.
Welcome back to a Blues Day Tuesday, September 3rd. 932024. That's right. We're getting there, aren't we? It is 7:34 here on this Tuesday morning. Big week, and I'll tell you, about another broadcast that we're going to be doing. I mentioned America's First Responders Fest. What I didn't mention is the fact that we're going to be broadcasting live from there. We are going to be Saturday morning at 10, starting a live broadcast. That's also the day that Marcus Mack is supposed to start his sports show on Saturday mornings. I look forward to hearing Marcus on Saturday mornings talking about sports. Maybe I'll call his show every once in a while, talk sports with him. And this Saturday morning, I guess he is going to be a part of our broadcast. I'm not sure how much of his first broadcast will be sports related, because we're going to be broadcasting live from America's First Responders Fest. But we can talk about a lot of different things. It's going to be a 3-hour broadcast from 10 until 1 on Saturday. So join us for a live broadcast from Panton Mill Park in South Elgin, Saturday morning from 10 until 1. Marcus Mack, I believe our good friend Tammy is going to be on hand as a part of our anchor team on the broadcast Saturday morning. I'll be around. I'm not sure how much I'll be on the air. I'll be running in a 5K. Maybe I'll stop by and tell about my 5K experience when I'm done running. And Dino might be a part of it, although he's going to be busy conducting the America's First Responders Fest. Sonar will be there, of course. Bendemonium Boquist. So a lot of possibilities as to who's going to jump on the air Saturday morning. Maybe we'll also try to grab a few others that are there with America's First Responders Fest and have a medley of people from Tammy and Marcus to choose from an interview between 10 and 1 on Saturday. Marcus will have a lot to talk about if he does talk about sports, because the Bears game is Sunday at noon against the Tennessee Titans. And the rest of the NFL season, I have not even looked at the schedule yet. I will be in the next 24 hours because I guess I'm going to go ahead and put together a first sheet for our rookies All-American Sports Pub and Grill Pick 6 contest, which we've had for a number of years now. And thanks to Bob Karras, we're going to have it again this year. Rookies is providing us with some certificates. And one of the things I'll be working on today is, I guess, putting together our first sheet for the Pick 6. Hey, I want to say good morning to Mark Cool Blue. He just went by the radio station. Yes, he did.
Got me some slack, Jack.
Just hang loose, bro.
Got me some slack, Jack. Jive ass dude don't got no brains anyhow.
Have a great day, MCB. Thanks for driving by and saying, just hang loose, bro. Let's go to the phones and take a call. Gary Dice has called back, 847-931-1410. And let's see if the phones work this time around. Good morning. Welcome to WRMN.
Good morning, buddy. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay, man. How are you?
Well, you're doing better than I am, because I can't hear you unless I'm on the phone.
What's wrong? I think our AM dial's up, isn't it?
Pardon?
Is our AM dial not working right now?
No, AM dial is not on.
Well, have you tried it here recently?
Hang on a second.
Okay. 7:38 here at WRMN. We were having some early problems, but then Brian restored the transmitter over in South Elgin.
No, it's not on, Mike.
All right. Gary says it's still not on.
I ain't got it on my radio. It's 1410.
All right, I'll check into it again. Did you hear it at all this morning, or no?
No, I didn't hear none of it.
I wonder if you got a radio issue, but I'll check the next time I get a chance. Thanks for letting me know.
It could be me. Somebody else called and said they got it, then it's my radio.
Yeah, we had a couple people said that they were listening on the AM dial. Yeah. So we'll keep trying, and I'll look into it next time I take a break.
All right, thanks, Mike.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Gary. Bye. All right, Gary, let me put him on hold for a second. Gary, I want to stay on hold for a second. You might hear right here whether or not we are on the dial. Well, he hung up. But we have Hurricane Honeycutt joining us. Hey, Donna, good morning.
Hey, I'm in my car and it's on.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. Gary must be having a problem with his radio at the house.
Yeah, because I just got in my car to go to work, and I'm like, well, yeah. But it wasn't on early this morning at 5 to 6 or whatever.
Right.
I couldn't get it on, but then I'm like, okay, I'm in my car now, it's on.
Yeah. We were off till about 6:15 or so, I think.
Oh, okay. 'Cause
So-
I wake up to it, but it wasn't clicking today.
Right. The transmitter went down. I think there was like a power surge in South Elgin near the transmitter sites, what Brian was saying.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, but it's on. I got it on.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Okay, take care.
All right, bye.
Hurricane Honeycutt checking in with us. Thanks, everybody, for confirming that Gary needs a new battery for his radio. Sherry Ashenbrenner says, yes, we are on the AM dial. Thanks, Sherry. Let's see. Stevie T, City Councilman Steve Thorne, said the AM broadcast is fine over at his house. So thanks, Stevie T. And Northwest West says the same thing. The AM is good in the car right now. So thank you, Northwest West. So the earlier issue, let's see. Thanks to Brian for getting up. He lives near the main transmitter, so we can still summons Brian when we have an AM problem, and he can usually get to the bottom of it pretty quickly. He said the main transmitter was not functioning earlier this morning, and he noticed that the power was out at the Thorntons across from Burger King in South Elgin, where our transmitter site is. There was a power surge or outage overnight. And once Brian got over there, he was able to restore it. So thank you for your work, Brian. 741 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. All right. Well, let me get back into a couple of news stories here, and then I will get back to our staff meeting a little bit and see what's on your mind this morning on YouTube at WRMN Radio on YouTube. And also, check out the Image 360 information line at 505-926-1410. Before any of that, let's go back to the phones and take a call. 847-931-1410, the number to call. Good morning. Welcome to the first shift.
Yeah, I got it back now, Mike. It's on now.
Did you have a bad battery, Gary?
Yeah, no, it wasn't my radio. I just messed around with, shut it off, turned it back on, and then it came on. So I don't know if it's, but it's on night now, so that's the main thing, buddy.
All right, thanks, Gary.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. All right, Gary Dice says everything is good in the Dice garage or in his house. I'm not sure where he listens to the show at. 742 here at WRMN. All right, so we're good. We're good on the AM dial. 742. Back to the news. I'll get back to more about the lead in the water pipes release from late last week. There's Northwest Wes and Northwest Wesley Jr. II rolling by the radio station right now.
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty.
Flashing me the peace sign. Have a great day, Northwest Wesley Jr. II.
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty.
That's their soundbite. If you're new to the show and you wonder why that plays,
shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty.
It was claimed off of unconditional waivers last year by Northwest Wes and Northwest Wesley Jr. II as their official soundbite. All right, let me see. All right, let's go ahead and get back to this story for a minute. We were talking about some instances of elevated lead levels in Elgin water. 14 of 100 houses that were tested. Elgin is continually working to try to replace all these lead lines, or these lines that might contain lead, and they're getting on it as quickly as money will allow and time will allow. It's an extensive project. It's a very expensive project. It says in the next paragraph that I did not read earlier this morning when I was talking about it, is lead can cause serious health problems if too much enters your body from drinking water or other sources, especially for pregnant women and children under 6 years of age. Lead can cause damage to the brain and kidneys and can interfere with the production of red blood cells that carry oxygen to all parts of your body. Scientists have linked the effects of lead on the brain with lowered IQ in children. Adults with kidney problems and high blood pressure can be affected by low levels of lead more than healthy adults. Lead is stored in the bones. It can be released later in life. During pregnancy, the child receives lead from the mother's bones, which may affect brain development. So, some things to think about. What the city is doing. Elgin is taking the following actions to protect and educate the public. Providing an interactive online dashboard enabling the public to view the city's lead service line replacement actions. The online dashboard shows real-time progress of water service line replacements and offers a lookup of lead service lines by address. For more information, visit elginil.gov/lead. That's elginil.gov/lead. Elgin is also offering free testing and water filters to residents living in homes built earlier than 1988. So you can get a free water filter if you fear that you might have an issue. The City of Elgin is offering increasing education and outreach to Elgin's water customers through emails and mailings. Proactively partnering with local health departments to protect the public from exposure to lead through testing, education, and outreach. Actively managing drinking water from the water treatment plants and in the water distribution system to maintain the effectiveness of the city's corrosion control treatment. And also the city is trying to improve the corrosion control treatment at the water treatment plants in order to enhance scaling on the inside of lead pipes. All right. Well, there you go. That's from last week's release from the City of Elgin. All right, it is 7:46 here at WRMN. And maybe at some point we'll schedule a guest from the City of Elgin to talk more about this situation. Let's see. More news stories on the way. We got to get into our staff meeting a little bit. First, let's take a phone call. 847-931-1410. On this Blues Day Tuesday morning, it's time to talk to James. Good morning, James.
Hey, good morning, sir.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. A little cool down here, but that's okay. We had some hot weather for a while and very little rain, and so we got a little rain a couple of days ago, and now we're getting a little cool weather, so it's good for everything.
Have you had a pretty hot summer compared to the last few summers that you've been there?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not extreme for me anyway. The humidity levels here, because of, I think our elevation isn't too bad. So, I mean, it was warm. I prefer warm weather over cold. So
you're okay with it. You got air conditioning you can turn to, even in the cave.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Cave conditioning.
I have a fan, and that moves all that cool air from the subterranean areas in the cave.
I hear you, man. What else is going on?
Well, listen, I just wanted to comment on your subject at hand regarding lead in the domestic water supply. So just to give perspective on this, I lived in Chicago all my life, as you probably know, and we had the main lines coming in with the water that carried water to all the residential homes. I'm not sure about commercial. I'm assuming it is the same. All those main lines were lead pipe, solid lead. So when, as you stated before, pipes that might have lead, those probably would be copper pipe, which had lead solder at the joints. But the main line going into most residential homes was solid lead, and there was a valve at that juncture where then it carried the water through the rest of the home with iron pipe. So countless generations of people like myself have been exposed to this lead for decades.
Right.
And, they've been talking about these mitigation programs for years. And I don't know what the progress has been on that, but Elgin, you're talking about a problem in Elgin, and they talk about homes built before, homes built before 1988. So it'd be interesting to find out how many homes there are in that community that were built before 1988. So, the political forces always seem to move very slow on these issues, but they move really fast on some of these other things like providing shelter and money and everything to illegal aliens. So, and this health thing it has become a big subject in the election too, because Robert Kennedy Jr. and now is bringing that up in the campaign, that we need to concentrate on having a healthier society. So that all dovetails into what you're talking about. So I just want to make a few comments on that many people have been exposed to this for decades and they haven't done anything about it.
And you survived all these years, and most people will. But I guess if it had some sort of an impact, some people probably don't know that it was lead that caused maybe a certain health impact in their life.
Well, I'll give you an anecdotal story on this. I met a couple, a number of years ago, maybe 20-some years ago. And they had traveled all over the world, actually. He was in the military, and his wife was a collector of various different things in different places that they would go. One of the things that she collected was ceramics, and she developed a serious health problem. They could not figure out what it was. This is over a period of maybe 20 years or so, and this is the actual story. And he's explaining this to me, that what they finally took her to a toxicologist, and they found that she had lead poisoning. And one of the sources, or they believed that the main source of the lead poisoning was the ceramics that they were using to drink hot beverages out of, like coffee and tea and whatnot. Because in some countries in the world, especially China, they would use lead in the process of the finished product. And what would happen is the lead leaches out of that surface of the cup or glass into the liquid that you're drinking.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting.
So, that's just another story about things that are made. And as you point out, a lot of people maybe not are affected, but in the story you mentioned that later on in life things will occur. So who knows, right? I mean, even though we've been exposed to this, I suppose maybe we do have some issues that maybe aren't as extreme as others. But one of the things that, not to get too long in the story here, but there's been some documented cases. One was up in the Arctic. I can't remember when this was, probably in the late 1800s, where a ship was frozen in for many months, and all they had to eat was canned goods. And at that time, canned goods were sealed with lead, and many of the crew died and became, I should say, they were having some mental effects from it, where they'd have periods of delirium and whatnot. So if it's concentrated over a short period of time, it can be very devastating.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, thanks for calling, James.
That's my 2 cents, buddy.
All right, man. We'll talk to you maybe tomorrow morning.
Yes.
All right.
You.
Take care. James checking in this morning, talking about lead and possible elevated levels of lead in water or in anything, and how it can have an effect on your health, and sometimes maybe you don't even know it. You get sick later in life for some reason, or you have some condition, and I don't know, maybe that was an underlying cause of it. Well, we'll continue to monitor the situation. 7:54 here at WRMN, AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. Let's see. Well, we have a lot of comments coming in on YouTube, and we'll get to more of those right after the top of the hour news and some other stories that I haven't gotten to yet this morning. I'm still deciding on trivia, whether we want to do that. I'm leaning towards doing it in about an hour, maybe for an Arcade's gift card today. Maybe you can use it Saturday night after America's First Responders Fest. Arcades is going to have live music beginning at 7 a.m. Our live music ends at 7 a.m. 7 p.m. That'd be early morning live music, wouldn't it? 7 p.m. The Jet Set Quartet over at Arcades this Saturday night at 7, right after our live music comes to an end at Panton Mill Park. So an Arcades gift card in about an hour. I'll see if I can come up with a trivia question and revive trivia today on the show. It is 7:55 on this day in music history. I saw Jackson Browne's name mentioned. September 3rd, 1982. 3-day U.S. festival in San Bernardino, California took place. It featured Tom Petty, Fleetwood Mac, The Police, The Cars, The Talking Heads, The Kinks, The Ramones, B-52s, The English Beat, Grateful Dead, Pat Benatar, lots of big names at this one, and one of my main guys that I enjoy playing music from. His name is Jackson Browne. Gives me an excuse to play a little Jackson Browne song to take us into the top of the hour news break. Another hour of the first shift, actually 2 more hours, but 9 o'clock will be spent with Medicare made ABCD easy today. It's Jackson Browne on this beautiful sunny Tuesday morning here on WRMN.
She was a friend to me when I needed one. Wasn't for her, I don't know what I'd have done. She gave me back something that was missing in me. She could have turned out to be almost anyone. Almost anyone. With the possible exception of who I wanted her to be.
That's a little bit of the Jackson Browne song. The Girl Can Sing. Good song. Good song. You know what? I could do this. Well. I just figured something out. Okay, anyway. A couple little adjustments I'm going to have to make here. 7:58 here at WRMN, AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. Jackson Browne, The Girl Can Sing. Coming up, top of the hour news, another hour of the first shift where we will delve into some more news stories and some first shift 411. A lot of your comments still to get to. We'll get the high school football scoreboard from last Friday night from South Elgin Chris. It was not a pretty sight for local area teams.
Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus is intent in their commitment to open doors and support those who strive for excellence. Too many people have been made to feel that higher education isn't a place for them, that it is someone else's dream. But Columbia College of Missouri has changed all that. With individualized attention and ongoing support, Columbia College knows a future built by you is a future built for you. Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus, your new starts now. Visit ccis.edu.
What makes a great pizza restaurant? The obvious answer, great pizza. A local favorite since 1983, Pizza Pub Wisconsin Dells has been serving up the best pizza in the Dells. year after year after year. Not hungry for pizza? Try the homemade lasagna, chicken parmesan, burgers, salads, and an extensive kids menu. Or take a trip or two to the all-you-care-to-eat lunch buffet. Pizza Pub, walking distance to water parks and hotels in Wisconsin Dells.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 8 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Bank of America Merrill Investments. The Elgin Police Department were dispatched to Preston Avenue over the weekend following reports of a shooting. On arrival, they found a man who was injured and was quickly taken to a local hospital, fortunately with non-life-threatening injuries. The Major Investigation Division is now investigating the shooting. Saturday, September 7th is America's First Responders Fest at Penton Mill Park in South Elgin from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m., celebrating our brave emergency personnel with a day filled with activities and tributes. The event is orchestrated by WRMN 1410. The Elgin Police Department Social Services Unit, represented by Joanne Stingley, Vanessa Botti, and Fabiola Ramirez Mercado, showcased their pioneering work at the International Association of Chiefs of Police headquarters in Alexandria, Virginia over the weekend. The esteemed gathering was part of a two-day seminar focused on enhancing victim services across the country. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Bialek's Bar and Grill, Wisconsin Dells, is the quintessential American grill and bar, with refined rustic cuisine and award-winning libations. Their honest, feel-good food menu is complemented by a beer list to satisfy every taste. Classic cocktails and our signature shakes, rich and creamy with a splash of boozy goodness just to shake things up a little bit. Bialek's Grill and Bar, classic American cuisine with a contemporary twist.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Cedric Mullins with a two-run homer, and the Orioles make it 13-3.
The White Sox were handed their 108th loss of the season on Monday, 13-3, the final on the road at Baltimore. The action courtesy the Orioles radio network. Chicago remains on pace to break the Major League record for losses. That's 120, set by the 1962 Mets. Right now, the Sox on pace to finish at 36 and 126. The Pirates beat the Cubs 5-3 at Wrigley Field on Monday. Pittsburgh rallied with 4 runs in the 8th. Brian Reynolds and Andrew McCutchen homered. The Pirates able to rally from a 3-0 deficit in the opener of a 3-game series. The Bears are set for their season opener. That'll be this coming Sunday at home against the Titans. The team named 8 captains on Monday, including rookie quarterback Caleb Williams.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Get big deals for days at Target's long weekend sale. Let's go. Like 20% off denim, tees, dresses, and shoes for the family. Then round out your barbecue with Doritos and Ruffles party-sized chips. They're on sale 2 for $7. Or get 30% off 12 packs of soda when you buy 3 with Target Circle. And save even more. Find new lower prices on many grocery and household items you love today and every day. Target's long weekend sale ends Monday. Restrictions apply.
I love it.
Doors take us to summers away or winter adventures and afternoon getaways. Your dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors by working with you on a comprehensive plan to help you reach your wealth's full potential. Because doors were meant to be opened. Visit Fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimum supply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE SIPC.
Attention all burger enthusiasts and game aficionados. Celebrate a century of excellence at Mott's Lounge. Proudly serving the community for 100 years under 5 generations of passionate ownership. Sink your teeth into our hand-pressed fresh burgers bursting with flavor, crafted just the way you like them. And while you're here, enjoy our exclusive drink specials, perfect for toasting to our milestone anniversary. Plus, challenge your luck with our state-of-the-art gaming machines, adding an extra thrill to your visit. Join us at Mott's Lounge and be a part of history in the making. Here's to another century of great food, fun, and memories. Mott's Lounge, where every visit is a celebration. For more information, visit us online at mottslounge.com. .806 Tuesday morning, WRMN. Mott's Lounge, where every day is a celebration. The first shift where every day is a celebration. Welcome back to it, as we do celebrate a beautiful day outside. It is a great time of the year weather-wise, that's for sure. And let's go ahead and start this hour by getting a weather update for you. From the Fox River Valley, current temperature 59, so we've gone up about 8 degrees in the past hour. Winds out of the south at 3 miles per hour. And sunshine all day long today, a gorgeous day with a high of 77. Clear skies tonight, low 51. And for tomorrow, sunshine again with a high of 82. 59 tomorrow night, a little bit warmer at 59. We are going to warm things up. Thursday is going to be a little more like summertime. For one day, sunshine with a high of 86. Then Thursday night, 60% chance of showers and a cool front coming with that as we go from 86 on Thursday down to 61 Thursday night, but only bouncing back to 72 for Friday. Friday night, we're going to be at 47 degrees. And Saturday for America's First Responders Fest. Sunshine with a high of 63. How about that? Clear skies and 43 for Saturday night. And then Sunday, sunshine with a high of 67. A gorgeous day for the Bears' first game of the season against Tennessee. And for a little fall fest going on in Burlington, which I'm going to be telling you about this hour. 8:08 here at WRMN on this Tuesday morning. Yeah, so at America's First Responders Fest on Saturday, we are going to have shirts available. Our director of shirts, our director of shirt development is Heidi. And in anticipation of a warm day, we got a lot of t-shirts this year. They are going to be black t-shirts, so they'll make you feel a little warmer in the sunshine. But we focused more on ordering t-shirts this year than sweatshirts because of the fact that we figured September 7th would be a really warm day. But there will be some long sleeve t-shirts available, and also there will be some like crew neck sweatshirts, I believe. So set a little money aside, come on out and get you a shirt to celebrate this year's event, America's First Responders Fest, Saturday. That'll be a part of our festivities. We will sell shirts. We will sell shirts at the event on Saturday to help us raise money to pay for the event and to give you a little something commemoratively to remember about this year's event. We'll be right along the river, and it should be a great day Saturday weather-wise. We'll have food trucks. We have Cesaroni, Phil Cesaroni and his great food truck going to be out there. Mike with Golden Eagles hot dogs. We'll have Bellies for some barbecue. They're a fairly new food truck, I think. Carrie with RKs has set us up with Bellies. And we will also have Sammy's Mexican Grill. And maybe some margaritas from Sammy's. We have to see about that. Arcades will serve you the cold beer on Saturday. And other beverages, too. And Cook's Ice Cream Truck will be out there, too. It'll be a coolish kind of day on the 7th of September, but you could still do some ice cream. It's 10 past 8 here at WRMN. First shift continues on this beautiful day. We're headed for a high of 77 today. We have a phone call at 847-931-1410. So let us take a call right now. Good morning. Welcome to the first shift.
Hi, Mark. Good morning.
How you doing, Sidekick Susan?
I'm doing really good. Just got back from Starved Rock. Went over the weekend. Did some hiking and some kayaking. And I was having trouble with some steps because there was a lot of steps.
Yeah.
But my cousin Michelle and her boyfriend and her two friends, they helped me. They were really patient with me. They're really nice and everything.
That's
like,
nice.
Take a break and yes, and drink some water, stuff, and I camped in a tent.
You did?
Got bit up by mosquitoes. Yeah.
You got bit up by mosquitoes?
Yes, I didn't put on my long pants.
Yeah. Mosquitoes have been pretty bad this summer, and flies have been bad. We were camping all weekend at Shabbona Lake State Park, and anytime there was any food around, there were flies everywhere. Tons of flies in Shabbona. And I got bit on my back a couple of times by something. So I hear you. Well,
sorry.
Starved Rock can be pretty adventurous. I saw a couple pictures that CK showed me of you, and she said that you mentioned to her that you had a lot of challenges because of all the stairs there. There's a lot of climbing there.
Yes.
But you made it, and so overall, was it fun?
Yes, it was fun. Did some bonfire and cooking out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good. When'd you get back? Yesterday?
Yes, yesterday.
Yeah.
I got some souvenirs, one for my mom, one for my aunt and uncle.
Nice.
Me, Becky, moving for downtown Jose, a keychain for him.
At the Starved Rock gift shop?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, good. That's a good experience. I'm glad you went, and I'm glad you had a good time.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Is Jose there?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Marky B? Good morning. Good morning, first shifters.
Jose, I didn't realize I was going to be replaced by a radio superstar yesterday.
No, man, I'm not a superstar. I just, like I told Dean, I'm a WRMN soldier. I'll do anything for the radio station, and it was good, man. I was nervous, but I said, you know what? Nervous for what? Just man up. And then everything went smooth, you know.
Yeah.
I felt bad because I didn't have no hard hat or, a fluorescent vest, for Labor Day. But it was good, man. It was very good. I enjoyed the experience.
Well, thanks for filling in. Thanks for filling in for me. So you sat at a microphone the whole show then?
Yeah, the whole show is from 8 to 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one thing I noticed, it goes by fast. It goes by fast. You don't got time to look at the radio. At the clock.
Yeah.
And then some people called, but no, it was a great experience. I'm thinking, man, I wonder if Marky B loves his job. I can do this. But no, it was awesome. It was a very good experience, So I'm blessed, and thanks a lot, Dino. So and
yeah.
I was very helpful. Just made me feel at home.
Yeah.
So,
well, thanks for being a part of the First Shift family, man.
Yeah, like I said, I'm a soldier for WRMN, me and Sidekick.
Yeah. Well, it's been great.
Enjoy the show, man, and we always enjoy the show. Here's Sue. She got to say something. But anyway, you have a great day, brother, and be good.
All right, man. Take care. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, brother.
I just want to give a shout-out to Northwest West because we already had this conversation. He was telling me about Starved Rock and everything. And good experience.
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty.
So, Wes, if you're listening, thank you.
Yeah. Every time his name gets mentioned, I mean, that sound just plays.
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty.
I can't help it.
It's automatic.
Yeah, it's automatic. It does it on its own. Well, thanks for calling, Susan. I'm glad you had a great trip, and we'll see you soon.
Okay, tomorrow. Hi, First Shifters.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow morning. Going to come hang with the ladies for a little while tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay, good. We'll see you then.
All right.
All right, bye. Downtown Jose, sidekick Susan. Susan goes camping, and Jose decides to become a radio star. Yeah, no, I'll stay here. You go camping at Starved Rock. I'll stay here. I got something to do. I'm sure I can find something to do. Next thing you know, he's alongside Dino and Sonar on the radio here at WRMN. 8:15 on this Tuesday morning. All right, let's see. Where are we? We got to get to our staff meeting. How about... I think I dropped the sponsor sheet on the floor. Let me see. Oh, yeah, and it blew all the way across the room. The Comfort Keepers call to action. The copy for it is not currently available to me because it has flown across the room. But Comfort Keepers of Elgin is a place that can help you keep your family member comfortable in his or her home for as long as possible, as long as safely possible. So if you're looking for some home assistance, consider Comfort Keepers of Elgin. Not only are they a supporter of the radio station by being a part of the First Shift, but also they are a bronze sponsor for America's First Responders Fest. So thank you to Comfort Keepers of Elgin. Call to action means it's time for a little more of our staff meeting. And for that, let's head back to YouTube. We didn't get too far this morning. We want to say good morning to CK. She doesn't always jump in on YouTube, but she did today. Good morning, Mark, and all the First Shifters. Hope you all had a fantastic and safe Labor Day weekend. As the Duchess of Douglas walks by. Good morning, Duchess of Douglas. She lives in the castle above the radio station. CK has sent us 8 prayers to our prayer scoreboard and 8 American flags to go along with it. Hey, good morning to Ninny Rose and Jeremiah. He's probably at school now, so he may not be able to hear me say hi to him anymore because it was a little while ago. They went by and flashed me the peace sign. Have a great day at school, Jeremiah. And good to see you guys.
Hell yeah.
From the Soto family, they check in. Good morning, Mark, and the First Shifters from Hector. Ninny Rose, Jeremiah, Uncle Boom Boom in the house. Sending 3 prayers. And I think that was 4. I guess we get a bonus prayer today. And 3 thumbs up. Captain Keith in the house, senior engineer, Elgin High, class of 1978, back when life was great and I was 8. Captain Keith, thanks for being a great First Shifter every day for a long time. He checked in this morning at 6:09 a.m. Linda Carter checks in. She checked in on the Image 360 information line at 505 926-1410. But she also has checked in on YouTube this morning at WRMN Radio on YouTube. Good morning, Linda Carter. She sends one more prayer that way. Good morning, First Shifters. Have a blessed day from LC. 59 prayers on the prayer scoreboard. Let's take a phone call. 847-931-1410. And it looks like we might be checking in with our friend Genius George. Good morning.
If you can find 4 minutes.
Absolutely, buddy.
I will give you a great Jackson Browne song. You've got nothing on me when it comes to Jackson Browne. I saw Jackson Browne at a bar in Chicago called Shuba's, Belmont and Southport. Yes, Belmont and Southport.
Yeah.
In the 70s. Before Life Was Great. This is a couple of years before Life Was Great.
Wow.
Anyway, Jackson Browne, there's a beautiful Jackson Browne song, very melodic, called Before the Deluge, which is very environmental, way ahead of its time. Jamaica, Say You Will. But my song request, if you get 4 minutes, and I dedicate this to unnamed first shifters, Redneck Friend. You will love it.
Redneck Friends, the name of the song?
Redneck Friends, the name of the song.
Okay.
Mark It Rocks.
Redneck Friend. Jackson Brown's got a lot of good songs.
Oh, he's great. I'm a big fan of early Jackson Brown, For Every Man, that album, Old 55. I think Jackson Brown, well, of course, he was tied in with the Eagles early on and that whole thing. But I think he may have been one of the, he may have had a hand in writing. I know some of the Eagles songs, maybe Take It Easy, if I remember correctly, but that may not be correct. But anyway, that's that. Jackson Brown, Redneck Friend, dedicating it to several unnamed first shifters.
Well, thanks, George, for the call. I was thinking about texting you a couple times because of different stats and things that I heard in baseball over the weekend. One of which was last night when I was watching the Cubs game. I did not realize that until the Cubs came back to beat Pittsburgh 14-10 in that game last week when they were down 10-3 going to the seventh inning, over the past 7 years, if you had a 7-run lead or more going to the seventh inning, teams with a 7-run lead or greater going into the seventh inning were 1,192-0.
What?
That's what they said on the broadcast last night. 1,192-0.
Wow. That's unbelievable. I find it a little bit difficult to swallow, but I'll buy it.
Yeah.
How about this? And I don't want to turn this into a Cubs thing, but again, the Cubs had a very winnable game last night that they gave back to Pittsburgh, and they've got a nice little stretch here. They played the Nationals again. They've got a tough stretch coming up against the Dodgers and
Yankees.
So they're going to be tough. The game is winnable. Still don't think they're going to make the playoffs. Too many teams ahead of them. As of yesterday, the Cubs were 40.5 games ahead of the White Sox. It is the largest disparity ever in franchise history for those two teams.
No kidding. Wow.
Yep, 40.5 up on the White Sox.
The White Sox are 7-45 in their last 52 games.
Oh my God! I tell you, I'm actually, and I'm really going to make an effort. I want to get to a White Sox game. You could. I think I saw somewhere through StubHub they're selling tickets for $1. But I'll go all out and spend $15 and sit in the first row. There's nobody there.
Right.
So
it's pathetic.
If you want to go, pick a game and we'll go.
Okay.
Believe me, we'll go down there. I'll drive down there.
All right, I'll let you know.
Have you been to Guaranteed Rate?
Yeah, I've been there. It's been.
It's not a bad ballpark.
No, it's a good place to watch a game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I want to go. Maybe talk to Larry. I'll drive and we'll go down there.
Okay.
We'll sit right behind the dugout.
Yeah. Well, we sit anywhere we want to. So.
Pretty much.
All right, George.
In the dugout.
We might get to play. As bad as that team is.
I don't think Larry and I don't think, as bad as it is, I don't think we make the cut. You do, but not us. Redneck Friend, Jackson Brown. I'll talk to you later.
All right, take care, George.
Bye.
Genius George calling in this morning. He actually gave me a chance to cue up that song. Everything seems to be playing at the same time here. Okay, there we go. 8:23 here at WRMN. So I actually have that song queued up. Maybe I'll work that in for George. If not before the bottom of the hour news, then maybe before we go to the 9 o'clock break. Can we squeeze in trivia today? I got to find me a question if we're going to do that. I'm not sure if I have my trivia questions handy. I'm sure I can come up with something. For an RK's gift card, our thanks to RK's, Special K for getting all the food trucks and for handling different things, promoting the event. RK's Bar and Grill, a big part of our event coming up on Saturday. It is 8:23 here at WRMN. All right, what else is happening? Where was I? Oh, I was on a little bit of the staff meeting, wasn't I? Let's go back to that for a moment. Because South Elgin Chris, the Sultan of South Elgin, has got some grim news in the high school football world for us. He took the time to send us the U46 football scores from the weekend. Week 1 in high school football. Final score from South Elgin. Barrington 64 and South Elgin 21. Barrington 64 and South Elgin 21 on Saturday. Hey! That's not good. Barrington's good, though. And South Elgin gets throttled in their home stadium to start the season. We had, speaking of being throttled, it was Geneva 63, Larkin nothing.
In my opinion, that sucked.
You must be a Larkin grad. Geneva 63, Larkin nothing.
In my opinion, that sucked.
It was Fenton 35, Elgin 14.
In my opinion, that sucked.
Final score, Addison Trail 28, Streamwood nothing.
In my opinion, that sucked.
So let's take it to Bartlett. Can we find any help anywhere here? Glenbard North 17, Bartlett nothing.
In my opinion, that sucked.
Jeez. That's 3 local teams shut out. 63, 28, and 17 to nothing. That's 108 to nothing.
In my opinion, that sucked.
Add the Barrington South Elgin score in there, 64 to 21. And then take the Addison Trail Streamwood score. Hold on, we already used that, didn't we? Yeah. 64 to 21 on top of 108 to nothing is 182 to 21. And then Fenton 35 and Elgin 14. Way to score 14, Elgin. Local U46 teams lost by a combined score in week 1 of 217 to 35.
In my opinion, that sucked.
Okay, good thing they play each other sometimes, so they can at least tie. 8:26 here at WRMN. Sultan of South Elgin says, way to go, 0-5 U46 teams. Y'all have a great rest of your week. Dino checks in. God morning, FRV. The first shift, Marky B. Hope everyone had a great holiday weekend. Although a shortened work week, we have so much happening. Saturday, America's First Responders Fest, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then Sunday, WRMN will be participating with the Village of Burlington for their fall festival activities and parade at 12 noon. The event runs from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. At 401 Park Street, there is a car show, crafts, food vendors, and more. My favorite, more. And the parade is at noon, and WRMN is planning on broadcasting the parade. We become your official parade station here at WRMN. We broadcasted from Elgin on July 4th, broadcasted from Hampshire a few weeks ago, and now Burlington coming up on this Sunday. So busy weekend coming up for the WRMN crew. Live 10 to 1, and then YouTube shots throughout the rest of the afternoon from Panton Mill Park on Saturday with America's First Responders Fest, and then live from Burlington for the parade Sunday. It is 8:28 here at WRMN. Coming up on the bottom of the hour here, I saw that the director of Shots Fired tried to call me, but he is cognizant of the clock and realizes we're about to take a news break here at 8:30, so maybe John will call back on the other side. It is 8:28 here at WRMN. I was talking about the sad story out of Whitewater, Wisconsin, where the young girl, a woman from Plainfield, was killed last Friday in an apparent domestic at the age of 21. I said, how far is Whitewater? And South Elgin Chris does confirmed that it's about an hour and a half drive from here, Whitewater, Wisconsin. Brendan checks in. He says, good morning, WRMN listeners. I'm Brendan.
Wow.
Thanks for being Brendan.
Wow.
My name is Mark. Nice talking to you this morning, Brendan.
Wow.
The Soto family sends a pile of prayers to the prayer scoreboard this morning. That officially is a pile. That gives us 79 on the prayer scoreboard. And the commander checks in. We'll see what he's got to say on the other side of the bottom of the hour news break. The commander, Mark Smith. You'll see him on stage Saturday during our veteran stage event. Let's check some news right now. 8:30 on this beautiful morning. 60 degrees, headed for 77. Good morning.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Sky Rizzy. Saturday, September 7th is America's First Responders Fest at Penton Mill Park in South Elgin from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. Celebrating our brave emergency personnel with a day filled with activities and tributes. The event is orchestrated by WRMN 1410. The Elgin Police Department Social Services Unit, represented by Joanne Stingley, Vanessa Botti, and Fabiola Ramirez Mercado, showcased their pioneering work at the International Association of Chiefs of Police Headquarters in Alexandria, Virginia over the weekend. The esteemed gathering was part of a two-day seminar focused on enhancing victim services across the country. The Elgin Police Department were dispatched to Preston Avenue over the weekend following reports of a shooting. On arrival, they found a man who was injured and was quickly taken to a local hospital, fortunately with non-life-threatening injuries. The Major Investigation Division is now investigating the shooting. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Bears are set for their season opener. That'll be this coming Sunday at home against the Titans. The team named 8 captains on Monday, including rookie quarterback Caleb Williams.
Cedric Mullins with a 2-run homer, and the Orioles make it 13-3.
The White Sox were handed their 108th loss of the season on Monday, 13-3, the final on the road at Baltimore. The action courtesy the Orioles radio network. Chicago remains on pace to break the Major League record for losses. That's 120, set by the 1962 Mets. Right now, the Sox on pace to finish at 36 and 126. The Pirates beat the Cubs 5-3 at Wrigley Field on Monday. Pittsburgh rallied with 4 runs in the 8th. Brian Reynolds and Andrew McCutchen homered. The Pirates able to rally from a 3-0 deficit in the opener of a 3-game series.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Get big deals for days at Target's long weekend sale.
Let's go.
Like 20% off denim, tees, dresses, and shoes for the family. Then round out your barbecue with Doritos and Ruffles party-sized chips. They're on sale 2 for $7. Or get 30% off 12 packs of soda when you buy 3 with Target Circle. And save even more. Find new lower prices on many grocery and household items you love today and every day. Target's long weekend sale ends Monday. Restrictions apply.
I love it.
Doors take us to summers away or winter adventures and afternoon getaways. Your dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors by working with you on a comprehensive plan to help you reach your wealth's full potential. Because doors were meant to be opened. Visit fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimum supply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE SIPC.
8:34 here on the first shift. Beautiful day. We've crept our way up to about 60, 61 degrees. We're headed for a high of 77 today. And back in the 80s tomorrow and Thursday. 82 for tomorrow and 86 for Thursday. Best and pretty much only chance of rain this week coming late Thursday night with a cool front. So we'll go from 86 on Thursday to 72 for the high on Friday, and then all the way back to 63 with sunshine for what should be a spectacular day at America's First Responders Fest on Saturday. Make plans to come out for a while. We'd love to see you. Grab some food, cold beverage, see some great classic cars, a couple of nice stage presentations, and maybe some live music. Lots of great rock and roll all through the day for you on Saturday at America's First Responders Fest. Various varieties from Deacon Frost, 60s and 70s, rock and roll music for the most part. Rick Lindy and the Wild Ones playing jukebox rock and doing it very well, sounding a lot like Johnny Cash and Elvis and Roy Orbison and Dion and all those great bands from the late 50s, early 60s. Jimmy Nick plays the blues, 3:30 until 5 or so, and then Junkyard Groove, just a good groove of great rock and roll songs, and I think maybe even a little country between 5:30 and 7 o'clock Saturday night. It is 8:35 on this Blues Day Tuesday. First shift continues. We got just about everybody covered on YouTube this morning. The Beehive Bar and Grill, as I like to call it. But we do say good morning to the commander, Mark Smith, who checks in from the American Legion. Happy Tuesday, shifters. I hope everyone had a great weekend. We had a nice Labor Day crowd at karaoke last night, says the commander. American Legion Post 57, great music. $1 Miller Lite drafts last night. And free Natalini's Pizza.
Wow.
Yeah. $1 Miller Lite drafts and free Natalini's Pizza last night.
Wow.
At the American Legion. 6 prayers for our prayer scoreboard from the commander, Mark Smith. We got 84 prayers on the prayer scoreboard. Crazy Kathy checks in. Hey, certified. Hi, Mark, Jose, sidekick Susan. Great listening this morning. And we might get to play, is what Certified says, if we went to a White Sox game. That's the comment I made. Yeah, I mean, the Sox are so bad that maybe Grady Sizemore would put myself in the game along with Larry Jones and George for a couple of innings. Can't do much worse. The White Sox have lost 108 games. They've won 31. And they have won 7 of their last 52 games. And yesterday they lost to Baltimore 13-3. They just finished their homestand 0-10. It was the first time the White Sox, I think, have ever had an 0-10 homestand. There you go. Those are your Chicago White Sox. Raging Richard. 8:37 here at WRMN AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube. We'll get to our Image 360 information line here in just a couple minutes and see what you got to say on that line. Image 360 in South Elgin, 506 sundown. Bold Solutions, exceptional support, and a platinum sponsor of America's First Responders Fest because of all the great things they have created for us over the past couple of months here at WRMN. They are your expert source for comprehensive custom signs and graphic solutions in South Elgin. Image 360, right there on Sundown Road, right near the WRMN transmitter site. 8:38 here at WRMN. Hey, the wonderful one is up and at 'em today. Wonderful, wonderful Wilma Cash. Checks in on this Tuesday, and she says, good Tuesday morning. Hey, Wilma, hope you're doing okay today. Thanks for listening to the show. Larry Jones joins me tomorrow morning on the show between 7 and 9. And we can catch up on some news tomorrow morning with Larry and myself. And you, if you want to give us a call at 847-931-1410 tomorrow morning on the show. We will talk about the fact, we could talk about the lead and water situation some more, maybe. What else can we talk about? Lots of things we'll catch up on. But how about this one? Is honesty the best policy? Check out this story. Mount Prospect resident Bill Winquist found a wallet with $5,784 in cash inside the wallet the other day. And he did the right thing and returned it to the owner. His decision to do the right thing is considered rare enough for the Prospect Heights City Council to honor him with a plaque.
Wow.
Yeah, thanks. To honor him with a plaque at its September the 9th meeting.
Wow.
Here's a $5,784 plaque, Bill.
Wow.
The Wheeling man who lost the wallet and asked to remain anonymous said he had resigned himself to his fate of losing the money. Bill Winquist, who works for the Ashland Millwork Incorporated, just west of Chicago Executive Airport in Wheeling, was running early for an appointment when he stopped to kill some time at the viewing area along the frontage road at the south end of the airport in Prospect Heights at about 7:10 a.m. on August the 13th. A little time to kill. Guess he thought he'd watch some airplanes take off. He got out of his truck and he walked around the back of the truck and he looked down and there was a wallet. Wow.
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 What are the chances? He picked the right place to park. He brought the wallet to his workplace, and he spent a few hours trying to contact the owner himself, but he didn't have a phone number. The driver's license provided an address, but he couldn't find a phone number for the owner. Giving up in the afternoon, he finally called the police so they could track down the owner. The owner of the wallet operates a paver company that had just finished a job the day before that paid in cash. He kept the cash on hand because he was planning to buy a vehicle with it, it says here.
Wow.
$5,784 doesn't get you too fancy of a vehicle in this day and age.
Wow.
But that's what he said he was going to do. He didn't find what he was looking for at the car dealership, so he still had the overstuffed wallet when he and his girlfriend got something to eat close to midnight at a Prospect Heights McDonald's.
Wow.
The couple then went to the airport viewing area just west along the frontage road to eat, because there's nothing like sitting at an airport viewing area having some McDonald's. And he now knows that that's where he accidentally dropped the wallet. It wasn't as immediately obvious when he woke up at 7:30 a.m. that morning and discovered it missing. That'd be a terrible feeling, wouldn't it? But he reasoned that it must have been within a short time frame because he had just bought food from McDonald's last night about midnight. Not last night, but back on August 12th. When it wasn't there, the airport's viewing area was his next thought. He believed there was a good chance that no one had stopped there since he and his girlfriend had left the night before. So he drove over there, but the wallet was gone. And now he understands that Winquist must have been there about 45 minutes before he returned there to try to see if his wallet was there. Thankfully, Winquist was an honest guy. The wallet's owner had no idea his billfold had been found until a Wheeling police officer showed up at his door the next afternoon. Not a dollar missing.
Wow.
Way to go, Bill Winquist. It's 8:44 here at WRMN, AM 1410, WRMN Radio on YouTube. I mentioned the high school games a little while ago that South Elgin Chris gave me the scores from. And it was an ugly weekend for U46 schools. And I was looking at, I guess maybe it was the Courier, maybe the Tribune. I'm not sure who Rick Armstrong. Yeah, it's Tribune. Okay. I'm not sure who Rick Armstrong is, but he puts together a top 10. And I don't know, maybe he's a guy we should reach out to and see if he wants to talk a little high school football on the station sometime. Maybe he could be on Marcus Mack's show. Rick Armstrong puts out a weekly top 10 of Fox Valley area teams, I guess in his own opinion, who the best teams are and things of that nature. So I may look at the top 10 according to Rick Armstrong in just a moment. But in the meantime, let's take a phone call, 847-931-1410, and check in with our boy David this morning. Hey, David.
Hello.
Hi.
So do you think that guy got any reward from, does it say if he got a reward from the guy who found the wallet?
No, it doesn't say.
Wallet was lost? No. I would think they would.
He's getting a plaque.
Wow.
Yeah.
But, the beautiful thing is he still did the right thing. So
that's right.
Because standards are more important than, unjustly gaining wealth.
Right.
And even if it would have been $1 million, that wouldn't fit in the wallet, but same thing. So
$1 million. I wonder if he would have given it back if it was $1 million.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I would have.
Yeah, of course.
I'm sure a lot of people would have.
Yeah. What else is going on, David?
We went to Milwaukee Zoo yesterday, and I hear they're on the radio station. I hear commercials.
Yeah,
on your radio station.
We've had some tickets for the Milwaukee Zoo on the radio shopping show, I know, at times in the past.
Are they on? Do you know if they're on now or?
Milwaukee Zoo? I don't. You'd have to ask Matt, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he's doing a lot of the selling right now.
He is, and he's the guy that kind of keeps track of the radio shopping show inventory and stuff like that. So,
right.
Shop Show just had its last Shop Show on the air Saturday, but you can still shop online at WRMN1410.com. We still have a lot of items to offer you on the radio shopping show.
Yeah, with the radio station transitions, I had a certificate from WBIG 1280, who, again, is not owned by the same person anymore. And one of the certificates, I called a place, it's a bed and breakfast in Metropolis, and no answer. I left messages, and then I tried reaching the radio station, WBIG, by email, and they have a support phone number, supposedly, and I had gotten zero response. So I don't know what's probably bare bones things going on there. So
yeah,
what are you gonna do? It was nice. It was nice in the day, but I don't know. Hopefully, I'm sure WRMN will get some nice motels, some good properties in the future. They're had to tear things down to build it back up, and then see where things take you, right?
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to work hard and try to localize the station with a lot of great local community shows, and try to go that route with making a good radio station.
Yeah, and if on the air is a thing in the future, then I'm sure they'll consider it. But for now, they got to go with what's going to pay the bills. Start with basics like that, and then go build from that.
Yeah. All right, David. Well, thanks for calling.
All right, so when are they going to have, real quick, when are they going to, the restaurant's going to be not for a while or coffee shop, right?
The one here at the radio station?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a little while yet. We still have quite a bit of construction work to do on that side of the building.
Yeah. Maybe you'll even get to help with that. Huh.
Yeah.
You never know. All right, well, you had a good time camping?
Oh, yeah, we had a great time. The weather was great. They had a little street dance in a little bitty town called Paw Paw. We went for a little while. One night, went kayaking out on Shabinall Lake, and had a good time with that. So, yeah, just a good overall camping trip.
That's good. Yeah, we had a good Mexican restaurant in Milwaukee, so, yeah, we had a good time. It's just, so far, I might be in Milwaukee again this next weekend eating Indian food and doing my cleaning jobs myself. We'll see how it goes. So, anyway, have a good rest of your day, and hello to everyone.
All right, David, take care.
You too.
Bye. David checking in on a Blues Day Tuesday. Well, I could, I'm not sure if I have enough time now to go over this top 10. Maybe I'll save it for Larry Jones tomorrow, see what he thinks about it. But St. Charles North is rated as number 1 in Rick Armstrong's top 10 this week. Keaton Reinke caught 3 touchdown passes for St. Charles North as they rallied to beat Palatine 28-27. First game of the season, 28-27, and St. Charles North in Rick Armstrong's top 10 is ranked number 1. Batavia is number 2. Geneva, Oswego, and West Aurora round out the top 5. 8:51. Well. Let's see. Let's quickly go to our Image 360 information line and say thanks to Nando for checking in this morning. Good morning and happy Tuesday, says Nando. What a wonderful day it's going to be. Nando checked in this morning at 12:50 a.m. Westside Freddy checking in this morning. On a Blues Day Tuesday, the West Side says trumpet toots. Have a great show, my friend. Keep spinning them blues. Glad to have you back. West Side checking in, sending one prayer to our prayer scoreboard. 85, pretty strong day for the prayer scoreboard. We got Sensational Shelley checking in. Good morning to all shifters. Hope you all had a great weekend. Took the time to relax a little bit. Today is going to be a beautiful day. Get out and enjoy it if you can. And be a blessing to somebody today, says the sensational one. All right. We're at 95 on the prayer scoreboard. 58 Mike checks in. And 58 Mike says, good to have you back. Thanks, 58 Mike. All right. And Neil, thanks Neil for sharing some information about the radio station earlier with me, saying the AM dial was fine when Gary Dice was having some issues picking it up. All right, let's see. Do we have time to squeeze in trivia and a song? We can try. I'm going to play at least a piece of this song George has requested by Jackson Brown. It's called Redneck Friend. And I'm going to come up with a trivia question. In fact, let me see. Maybe I have it right here. I'll ask the question. And you can call during the song if you want to, and then we'll come back and see if we can get a correct answer for an RK's gift card. 847-931-1410. The question, March of 1881, the Elgin National Watch Factory got a new safe that was considered burglar-proof. Burglar-proof. Because of what newfangled feature? What did the safe have on it that made it burglar-proof? A, it had a time lock. B, it was resistant to dynamite. C, it delivered an electric shock. Or D, it required 4 different keys kept by 4 different employees to open. 847-931-1410. If you want to be a part of trivia, you can call during this song. George introducing me to Jackson Brown, Redneck Friend, or at least a couple of minutes of it here on the first shift on WRMN. Jackson Brown, I have heard that song before, Genius George. Good song. I didn't do it full justice by playing it in its entirety this time, but I'll keep it in mind for a 9 o'clock hour here soon, maybe even tomorrow. 9 o'clock hour tomorrow is a more music hour here at WRMN. Now we have trivia, 847-931-1410. We have Westside Freddy. We have my friend David Tees, good old Bob Balsamo, and Gary Dice all taking a shot at trivia today. Let me roll the dice here and see who gets to go first. It's a 6, which means it's a do-over. It's a 3, which means good old Bob gets the first shot at this one today. Hey, Bob, good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Good. So in 1881, Elgin National Watch Factory got a new safe, burglar-proof, because of what new feature it had. It had a time lock, that was A. It was resistant to dynamite, B. Delivered an electric shock, C. Or D, it required 4 different keys kept by 4 different employees to open.
I'll go with B.
B, was resistant to dynamite. Survey says...
Hey, sit.
Take care, good old Bob.
Take care.
All right, you too. All right, good old Bob goes down. Westside Freddy, David Tees, and Gary Dice remain. I roll a 5. A 5 is a 2 in my game. That means it's David Tees' turn. Hey, Dave.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man. How about you?
Oh, good. Great day today.
Yes, sir. 77.
I'm going to go with D.
D?
Yep.
4 different keys kept by 4 different employees. That made it burglar-proof. Survey says... Thanks for trying, Dave.
No problem. Take care.
Talk to you soon. All right, David Tees goes down. That leaves us with Westside Freddy and Gary Dice. I rolled a 3. A 3 is a 1. A 1 is Westside Freddy. Hey, Fred.
Hey, how you doing, my brother?
Good, man. How you doing?
Hey, good. Sounds like the clock is winding down. I'm going to say A.
It had a time lock, says Westside Freddy. And survey says...
Yeehaw! Yeehaw! Hope it was an arcade card, man. I wasn't even know what the prize was.
What's that, buddy? It was an arcade card, yeah.
Just kidding. Cool, man.
Yeah. All right, brother. All right. We'll put that aside for you, okay?
All right, cool. Yeah, good show.
Thanks, man. Talk to you soon. Westside Freddy, you hear the song, the music, and that means we are down to the last few seconds for now. Coming up next hour, I believe we're going to have Medicare made A, B, C, D easy. I don't see anybody yet, but we'll see. Stick around.
Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus is intent in their commitment to open doors and support those who strive for excellence. Too many people have been made to feel that higher education isn't a place for them, that it is someone else's dream. But Columbia College of Missouri has changed all that. With individualized attention and ongoing support, Columbia College knows a future built by you is a future built for you. Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus, your new starts now. Visit ccis.edu.
Discover the authentic taste of Italy at Massiano's Pizza and Pastaria of Elgin. There is one inexhaustible aspect of everyday life that never dulls, namely the simple pleasure of eating and drinking. Massiano's wants to make sure that this is the best part of your day. Visit Massianos.com and sign up to view their special offers all year long. Delivery, carry out, or dine in, enjoy it anyway, because life is good at Massiano's.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 9 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Bank of America Merrill Investments. The Elgin Police Department were dispatched to Preston Avenue over the weekend following reports of a shooting. On arrival, they found a man who was injured and was quickly taken to a local hospital, fortunately with non-life-threatening injuries. The Major Investigation Division is now investigating the shooting. Saturday, September 7th is America's First Responders Fest at Penton Mill Park in South Elgin from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m., celebrating our brave emergency personnel with a day filled with activities and tributes. The event is orchestrated by WRMN 1410. The Elgin Police Department Social Services Unit, represented by Joanne Stingley, Vanessa Botti, and Fabiola Ramirez Mercado, showcased their pioneering work at the International Association of Chiefs of Police headquarters in Alexandria, Virginia over the weekend. The esteemed gathering was part of a two-day seminar focused on enhancing victim services across the country. With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America, N.A.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the Better Business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org. Finding a reputable business shouldn't require luck or chance. But how can you tell who you can trust? Pro tip, the BBB connects people with businesses they can trust. So think of the BBB as the better, check with the BBB first because better businesses are honest and commit to high ethical standards bureau. That's why they're better. Always look for the sign of a better business and find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Beef Villa's 3 locations offer much more than their signature Italian beef. Try the Italian sausage, roasted chicken, and more. There's a big variety of delicious side dishes. Beef Villa uses quality ingredients from homemade recipes, and they purchase top-of-the-quality food products from their vendors to bring you the absolute best tasting of foods. Beef Villa's great service and quality are waiting for you, but you won't be waiting long because it's always hot and fresh. Visit beefvilla.com.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Bears are set for their season opener. That'll be this coming Sunday at home against the Titans. The team named 8 captains on Monday, including rookie quarterback Caleb Williams.
Cedric Mullins with a two-run homer, and the Orioles make it 13-3.
The White Sox were handed their 108th loss of the season on Monday, 13-3, the final on the road at Baltimore. The action courtesy the Orioles radio network. Chicago remains on pace to break the Major League record for losses. That's 120, set by the 1962 Mets. Right now, the Sox on pace to finish at 36 and 126. The Pirates beat the Cubs 5-3 at Wrigley Field on Monday. Pittsburgh rallied with 4 runs in the 8th. Brian Reynolds and Andrew McCutchen homered. The Pirates able to rally from a 3-0 deficit in the opener of a 3-game series.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Get big deals for days at Target's long weekend sale. Let's go. Like 20% off denim, tees, dresses, and shoes for the family. Then round out your barbecue with Doritos and Ruffles party-size chips. They're on sale 2 for $7. Or get 30% off 12 packs of soda when you buy 3 with Target Circle. And save even more. Find new lower prices on many grocery and household items you love today and every day. Target's long weekend sale.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Try to understand. Just find a place to make your stand. Take it easy.
9:06 here at WRMN. So we got Jackson Brown still playing, I see. Welcome back to the first shift. Let's go back to the blues for a minute here, shall we? Let's see. Jackson?
Come on, baby. Don't say maybe. I gotta know if your sweet love is gonna.
There goes Jackson Brown. It is 9:06 here at WRMN, AM 1410 and WRMN Radio on YouTube as we get into the final hour of the first shift. Well, we are actually going to have Medicare made A, B, C, D easy. I was kind of wondering because Danny's usually early, but today maybe he ran into a little bit of traffic. But now he's walking into the building. So Medicare made A, B, C, D easy is moments away on this beautiful Tuesday morning. We'll get into that in just a few. Let's start this hour by going ahead and giving you an updated forecast here in the Fox River Valley. It is a beautiful day. We are sitting at 63 fair skies. Winds are out of the south at 7 miles an hour. And sunshine in the forecast all day with a high of 77. Clear skies down to 51 tonight. For tomorrow, sunny with a high of 82. 59 on Wednesday night. Then on Thursday, sunshine with a high of 86. Maybe the last hot one for a while. We'll see. As Thursday's 86 will be followed by a little rain Thursday night, dropping to 61. And then we only bounce back to 72 degrees on Friday. A lingering morning shower is possible. And then Saturday for America's First Responders Fest, sunshine and a high of only 63 degrees. So it's going to feel fall-like on Saturday. 63, 43 for Saturday night. And then Sunday, sunshine with a high of 67 degrees. So a nice fallish weekend as comes to early September this coming weekend. It's fair and 63 right now. The way it feels right now is the way it's going to feel Saturday. But that's all right. It'll be a great day for a fall fest or a late summer fest at Panton Mill Park in South Elgin. And a great day Sunday morning in Burlington for the parade, which is at noon. 63 right now, headed for 77 today. And coming up in just a couple of minutes, we'll have Medicare made A, B, C, D easy. Danny is here, and we'll see what he's got to say as it's just about that important time rolling around again. Fall enrollment time coming soon. We'll hear about the latest from Medicare in just a couple of moments. It's 9:08 here at WRMN.
Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Image 360 South Elgin is your ultimate destination for custom signs and visual communication solutions. Looking to rebrand your office interior? Need striking vehicle wraps or decals for your fleet? Or perhaps you're in the market for a standout trade show display? At Image 360 South Elgin, they've got you covered. As your full-service custom sign and graphics partner, they deliver bold solutions and exceptional support. From outdoor signage to eye-catching store signs, indoor graphics to comprehensive branding solutions, they have the experience to elevate your brand's presence. Trust Image 360 to create a long-term partnership that gives your brand 360 degrees of exposure. Visit them at 506 Sundown Road in South Elgin. Image 360 South Elgin. Bold solutions, exceptional support.
Your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Even if you've applied before, they may be eligible now. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Visit insurekidsnow.gov or call 877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Summer Lake House offers the ultimate waterfront family dining experience, complete with rustic summer-inspired decor and a menu that highlights simple, handcrafted dishes prepared with locally sourced ingredients. The Wisconsin-inspired Summer Lake House, where you can enjoy a laid-back, family-friendly vibe with delicious modern American cuisine and handcrafted cocktails. Don't just go out to eat, go outside to eat. Summer Lake House on Lake Delton. Take a historic walk through the home of America's greatest showman, Al Ringling. Located in Baraboo, Wisconsin, you can view the grand opulence on a guided tour, now hourly starting 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Weekday tours begin on the veranda and on the weekends in the tap room of the Al Ringling Brewery. Behind the mansion, kick back and try a flight of craft beers and dine at this family-friendly stop. Visit alringlingmansion.com for more information.
Wake up, Fox River Valley. WRMN AM 1410 is shaking things up with a brand new weekday lineup that'll keep you informed, entertained, and engaged. I'm Marky B, WRMN Program Director and host of The First Shift, inviting you to start your day with The First Shift from 6 to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. Larry Jones, Jakes, myself, and the entire First Shift team bring you the latest local news, entertainment, and, my favorite, more to kick off your morning. Then it's out to lunch with Matt McNeil from 10 until 1 p.m. Tune in for your midday fix of news, interviews, community happenings, and of course, the legendary WRMN Tradio Show. In the afternoon, join us for Fox Valley Afternoons from 2 until 6 p.m. Tammy and friends will chat lifestyle from 2 to 4, while Sonar and his crew dive into politics and news from 4 until 6. Plus, get to know the movers and shakers of the Fox River Valley with exclusive interviews, too. Don't miss out on our new local lineup that's tailor-made for you. WRMN AM 1410, the talk of the town. Tune in and turn it up.
Located in the heart of Wisconsin Dells on beautiful Lake Delton, the Delton Oaks Resort offers a classic Wisconsin family vacation. It's an on-the-lake experience with available cabins, villas, and studio condos, all with home-style comforts and amenities. And extra space for family gatherings, reunions, and small groups. With a private sandy beach and dock, you can splash around, swim, and boat to your heart's content. There's a pontoon boat, kayak rentals, fire pit and barbecue grills are available for use for registered guests. Book your stay and enjoy all the ultimate Dells experience with bonus passes to Noah's Ark Water Park. From s'mores to oars, Delton Oaks Resort has something for everyone. Visit DeltonOaksResort.com. That's DeltonOaksResort.com.
It is 9:13 here at WRMN. We're just about getting ready for Medicare Made ABC D Easy. Let me let you know that coming up At 10 o'clock, Matt's going to be in, and I think part of his Out to Lunch show today is going to feature an interview talking about the upcoming Bluff City Cemetery Walk, which is not too far off. Join Matt for Out to Lunch today between 10 and 1. Democracy Now! Covers the 1 o'clock hour for you, covers the world on the latest news worldwide and around the nation, too. And coming up at 2 o'clock this afternoon, Fox Valley Afternoons begins, 2 until 6. The first 2 hours, talk time with Tammy and friends. She got a nice long weekend, and she'll be back in the saddle today as she is joined by her friends, Nancy, Mary, Becky, and who knows who else. We'll have a special guest on Tammy's show tomorrow as she is joined by Julie Mann from Kane County Connects. Tomorrow on the show, Julie with a long radio career, and she's going to come in and give the latest information on what's happening in Kane County. To the ladies tomorrow on Fox Valley Afternoons, Talk Time with Tammy. And then later on this afternoon, we've got Sonar and Bendemoni and Boquist. They've got their show, a political talk show between 4 and 6. It's local. It's 6 to 6. And give all of our shows a call. And we're always live on YouTube as well at WRMN Radio on YouTube. And on the information line, Image 360 information line 505-926-1410. All right, now we welcome into the show Danny. It's time for Medicare Made A, B, C, D easy on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Hi, Danny.
Hey, good morning. It's a great morning out there.
Isn't it?
Great driving in from Rockford, except for the traffic.
A lot of traffic today, huh?
Yeah, for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get started. You can reach us on ddgillyinsurance.com, and on that, you're also going to see our Medicare Made A, B, C, D easy. We'll also see our core retirement workshops that we have. That phone number to make a reservation is 630-320-6906. And I'm live today at the radio station. It's 847-931-1410. So,
we also have Julianne with us. Were you expecting her today?
Yes.
Okay. She looks like she has called and she's on the line.
Okay, let's put Julianne in with us.
Yeah. Good morning, Julianne.
Good morning, guys. How are you on this wonderful, beautiful Tuesday?
Back to work. Time for fall.
Back to work. Time for fall. A lot of information. Well, I don't know necessarily about information, but a lot of things that we are expecting to see changing, not just this year, but moving forward into the future years. We're not really looking forward to it, but unfortunately, times are changing, and so we kind of want to go over that a little bit as well. And then what I'll do is go over our remaining workshops for 2024. So I'm just going to pull that up right now, if I can. And let's see here. Where are we?
September 23rd, St. Charles.
You have it. Perfect. I have it too here. Okay. Let's see. And that'll be at the Potawatomi Community Center in St. Charles. And all of our weekday workshops begin at 6:30 p.m., and it goes over the expectations of, what you need to do for Medicare, when you need to do it, if you're still covered under group insurance, if you're already on Medicare, making sure that you're doing those reviews, which we'll go into in just a little bit because open enrollment will be coming up soon too. Now, our workshop after that will be at the Schaumburg Park District, and that'll be Tuesday, September 24th. And then following that, we'll be at the Center of Elgin, and that'll be Wednesday, September 25th. Thursday, September 26th, we'll be at the Westchester Public Library. And then Lamont Park District at the Core Building. That'll be on Monday, September 30th. Tuesday, October 1st, we'll be back at the White Oak Library District in Lockport. That's the Lockport branch. And then we'll round it out at Huntley Park District in the multipurpose room, and that'll be Wednesday, October 2nd. Again, we never expect you to be ready to write all these dates or times down, you can always give us a call on our reservation line, which is 630-320-6906. You can leave a message and say, hey, I wanted to attend one of the workshops. Or, again, you can visit us at ddginsurance.com. And that way you can actually register online. All of the workshops will be on there as well. Again, that is ddginsurance.com. Or you can call us at 630-320-6906. All right, Danny, a lot of stuff to go over.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I know. So we're going to go over open enrollment. So, Danny, just kind of go over how that works again.
Okay, first of all, there's a kind of a caution I want everybody to know. You're going to start getting bombarded with TV ads, radio ads, this 1-800 number that talks about what they're going to be talking about primarily is the Advantage plans. And they're going to have all the goodies into one advertisement. And it sounds really, really good, but I must caution you, please don't make that mistake and dial that 1-800 number. Because I'm going to tell you what happened last year to one of my real good clients. He was watching TV and he dialed that 800 number and his wife heard him in there talking, didn't pay any attention really. But then he came out and said, well, I just rolled myself into this plan and started going over it. And she said, did you call Danny? And he says, no. She said, get on the phone. So he calls me and I said, okay, I know, let me come out and see what you enrolled into and I see if I can correct it for you. So as I was waiting, I got there a few minutes earlier, and he wasn't in yet, but his wife told me that he was diagnosed with lung cancer, and he's right now at OSF having some treatments done. So when he walked in, I said, Lynn, I'm so sorry to hear about your diagnosis. And I says, now tell me, what did you actually enroll into? And he said, well, I enrolled into this plan, and he told me the name of it, and then he also told me it was an HMO. Then I told him, okay, I know what plan you're talking about, but unfortunately, OSF is not in that plan. And it was an HMO, so that means you would not have had any coverage. And he said, oh my God. And I said, don't worry about it, I can fix it. So in annual enrollment period, the last one in wins. So obviously, he would have lost his supplement, would have lost his drug plan, and he would have been really shocked at the costs that he would have been incurring. So instead of the monthly premium that he was paying for his supplement and his drug plan and his $240 deductible per year, because it was the end of the year, he would have got hit with that the next year too, going into until he would have had that switched over. But fortunately, I was able to take care of that. So I'm just going to kind of warn everybody, we're getting into that open enrollment now, that annual open enrollment, where you can make all these changes except for your supplements. That is not the time of the year that you make the change for the supplements. The annual enrollment period is for your MAPDs, which we call the Advantage plans, and your prescription drug plans only. Your enrollment starts October 15th and goes through December 7th. And if you call me on December 8th and want to change something, I won't be able to. If it's a prescription drug plan, I'm sorry, you'll have to stay on that same drug plan for the next year. And in this year especially, you want to be careful because there's going to be some changes made. Now, if you are on an Advantage plan and you make that mistake, there is an out that you would have between January 1 and the end of March. So I could change that. That's what we call the Medicare Advantage open enrollment. So if you make that mistake, or if you hear that advertising on TV and you make that huge mistake, I can correct some of that for you, because that open enrollment for Medicare Advantage is January 1 through the end of January. Goes into effect February 1. February 1, it goes into effect March. March, it goes into effect in April. But after that, I can't move you. So it's very important not to make those mistakes. And the best way of not making those mistakes is giving Julianne, Eric, and myself a call. We have over 50 years of experience, and we have over 80 companies that we represent, not only in the Medicare arena, but in your entire services that you would need in the insurance world. So, Julianne, go ahead and take it from there.
All right. So that open enrollment, what are some of the things that we can expect, whether it's this year or next year? So let's kind of go back a little bit. So with the Inflation Reduction Act, one of the things that was changing and will be changing are prescription drugs and how they're priced and how they're going to be covered and all that fun stuff that we always hear about every year. So one of the changes that this year that was implemented was the coverage gap was no more. So once someone hit the donut hole and they've met their true out-of-pocket costs, then after that there was no more additional costs that they'd have to pay. So for this year, for those that were spending maybe $3,000 or so in medication costs, at some point this year, you may have stopped paying, or you will be about to stop paying at all for any of your medications. And that sounds great, and that's wonderful. But what the insurance companies, you have to remember, on a drug plan and Advantage plan, they are getting funding from the government. And so because of that funding from the government, they still have to abide by what the government says. And that's just how it goes, and that it is what it is. But because of this and because of the negotiations of medications and the caps that they're now implementing, that will have a direct effect on those drug plans as well as the Advantage plans, because a lot of the Advantage plans have the drug plan incorporated with it. So next year, they are now capping the true cost to you for your medications at $2,000. Again, that sounds great for everyone that's spending $3,000 or more on their medications. And the cost does not include premium. It would be any kind of a deductible or any kind of copay or out-of-pocket costs when you fill your medications. So again, premium doesn't count towards that $2,000. Well, what the insurance companies have been doing, they're preparing for this, or they have started preparing for this over the last few years. Some of you may have noticed that whatever plan you're on with Medicare that covers drugs, some of your medications might have been a zero copay, and now it's $1 or $2. And you go, okay, well, that's not horrible. That's fine. Some of you may have found that some of your more expensive medications went up much more than the previous years. Some of you may have noticed that some of your medications were dropped from your particular drug plan, and so you had to try and figure out where do I need to go now? Well, what they're going to do because of this $2,000 cap now effective in 2025, what that means is now the insurance company is on the hook for much more. They have to pay much more out of their own pocket. And so, again, anytime you're giving financial assistance to some group, right, you're going to have an effect overall on the entire group. So a few things that we'll see happening. I don't know how drastic it's going to be. The tough part as brokers, we carry all these companies, but they still keep it under wraps, as far as costs sometimes on the premiums because it hasn't been finalized yet. They haven't had the final approval. Whatever they tell us, it's fine. In October is when we can actually view all of the options, and then we can see exactly what the damage might be. But a few expectations would be because of this change of $2,000 cap, now we're seeing companies where maybe they're going from offering 2 options or 3 options for their drug plans. And again, right now, we'll just talk about standalone drug plans for those that are on a supplemental plan. Now they may be going down to 2 or even just 1 plan option. And for those that are on any kind of a drug plan or Medicare Advantage plan, You always get your annual renewal notice in September. So you will see the differences and the changes for next year before we can see everything. So please make sure in September, which is right now, you should be receiving those notices from whichever company you have for those drug plans and advantage plans by mid-September. So please, please, please make sure you open that up because it'll do a side-by-side comparison. So some may be reducing how many plan options they have. Some will be increasing the premiums.
Julianne.
The drug plans. Yep.
I don't want to interrupt you, but we have a break at 6:30 that we have to do.
9:30, yeah.
Yeah,
9:30.
9:30.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have just a few seconds, and then we'll go jump back on what some of those changes are. But again, you're going to have some increases in drug plan premiums. That is expectation. By how much, I don't know. And again, it can be a gradual change from this year to next year, but then it could be a more distinctive change from 2025 to 2026. You'll also see maybe some higher co-pays in regards to those medication costs. And as far as the tier levels go, that can be adjusted as well. So you may find people that were typically not paying much at all for their generic medications. The price of it may go up a little bit, but now the premium will also go up.
More coming up.
Those are some of the ways.
With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Credan. Brought to you by Bank of America Merrill Investments. The Elgin Police Department's Social Services Unit, represented by Joanne Stingley, Vanessa Botti, and Fabiola Ramirez Mercado, showcased their pioneering work at the International Association of Chiefs of Police headquarters in Alexandria, Virginia over the weekend. The esteemed gathering was part of a 2-day seminar focused on enhancing victim services across the country. The Elgin Police Department were dispatched to Preston Avenue over the weekend following reports of a shooting. On arrival, they found a man who was injured and was quickly taken to a local hospital, fortunately with non-life-threatening injuries. The Major Investigation Division is now investigating the shooting. Saturday, September 7th is America's First Responders Fest at Penton Mill Park in South Elgin from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m., celebrating our brave emergency personnel with a day filled with activities and tributes. The event is orchestrated by WRMN 1410. With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Credan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Cedric Mullins with a 2-run homer, and the Orioles make it 13-3.
The White Sox were handed their 108th loss of the season on Monday, 13-3, the final on the road at Baltimore. The action courtesy the Orioles radio network. Chicago remains on pace to break the Major League record for losses. That's 120, set by the 1962 Mets. Right now, the Sox on pace to finish at 36 and 126. The Pirates beat the Cubs 5-3 at Wrigley Field on Monday. Pittsburgh rallied with 4 runs in the 8th. Brian Reynolds and Andrew McCutchen homered. The Pirates able to rally from a 3-0 deficit in the opener of a 3-game series. The Bears are set for their season opener. That'll be this coming Sunday at home against the Titans. The team named 8 captains on Monday, including rookie quarterback Caleb Williams.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Get big deals for days at Target's long weekend sale. Let's go. Like 20% off denim, tees, dresses, and shoes for the family. Then round out your barbecue with Doritos and Ruffles party-sized chips. They're on sale 2 for $7. Or get 30% off 12 packs of soda when you buy 3 with Target Circle. And save even more. Find new lower prices on many grocery and household items you love today and every day. Target's long weekend sale ends Monday. Restrictions apply.
I love it.
Doors take us to summers away or winter adventures and afternoon getaways. Your dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors by working with you on a comprehensive plan to help you reach your wealth's full potential. Because doors were meant to be opened. Visit fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimum supply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE SIPC.
$9.34 as Medicare made A, B, C, D. Made Easy is back, easy for me to say, on this Tuesday morning. Let's get back into it as Danny and Julianne are back. Hey, Danny, welcome back.
Yes, so welcome back. And Julianne, you want to take it from here and go over our upcoming workshops?
Go back to the workshop dates again. So these will be the final workshops for 2024. We'll be at the St. Charles Potawatomi Center over on Monday, September 23rd, and again, all throughout the week. The program begins at 6:30 p.m. On Tuesday, September 24th, we'll be at the Schaumburg Park District. Wednesday, the 25th, we'll be at the Center of Elgin. Thursday, September 26th, we'll be at the Westchester Public Library. Monday, September 30th, we'll be at Lamont Park District, which is at the Core Building. Tuesday, October 1st, we'll be at the Lockport branch, and that would be for the White Oak Library. And then we round out in Huntley Wednesday, October 2nd, and that'll be at the Huntley Park District in the multipurpose room. So again, we have that on our website, which is ddginsurance.com, or you can give us a call at 630-320-6906. Now, before the break, I was going over what some of the expectations were as far as what changes will occur coming up for 2025, and then also coming up in future years as well. So we know that you might be, in for some additional cost to medications, and there's nothing we can do about that. Danny, what do we always hear from clients? They go, oh, but that's not what I'm paying now.
Oh, yes.
Whatever you're paying this year goes out the door January 1st, 2025. So if you were paying $0 for a medication this year and it's now $2 next year, there's nothing we can do about that, right? Now, again, that would be some of the changes that will be occurring coming up for the new year. Also, the tier levels can change. Some of the coverages on medications will change. And I really want to stress this. The misconception is that the drug plans are all the same. Same thing with any drug plans. They're on Advantage plans. They're not the same. They're all completely different. And even within the drug plan that is suited for you, if you make a change to your medications, even if you don't make any changes, the drug company can also change their formulary or their list of medications and how they cover them. Sometimes what will happen, you'll have a tier 2 that goes to a tier 3, and the higher that tier number is, the worse it is for you. So you want the lowest number, which is a tier 1. The best is nothing, right? So you don't take any medications. But the higher the number, that means it's the more cost, it gets more expensive. So we will always want to be conscious of that. Now, again, if you are unexpectedly prescribed a new medication in the middle of the year, there's nothing we can do about that. There, again, is no such thing as a great drug plan. It's whatever is going to suit you based on whatever medications you're currently taking during the open enrollment, and hopefully it works out for you for the following year. Now, another thing to remember, what they'll combat, is on the Advantage plans. because most of the drug Advantage plans will have the drug coverage incorporated with it, it's the same thing. It's still a Medicare drug program, right? Everything has to pass through Medicare for approval. So even though we have to purchase it from an insurance company, it is still a Medicare program. So same thing with these changes on that $2,000 cap for next year. They may make adjustments on those Advantage plans. Maybe it may not be significant this year, and that might be great. But again, without knowing until October for us, that's why it's important for you, if you're already an existing member, that you do pay attention to that renewal notice that you receive. If you have an Advantage plan, a lot of them are zero premium where you're not paying anything for it for premium-wise, but you have co-pays and co-insurances. So you have all of these costs associated with it. It's not necessarily end-of-the-world costs, but it is not a free program. It just means that, again, the government is funding these insurance companies to create these programs for you. So these insurance companies are making money, and then they're creating the networks. Well, because of now the additional cost associated with the $2,000 cap, now, our expectation on Advantage plans, too, those should be altering as well. We've been fortunate enough in Illinois versus some other states where the out-of-pocket maximums are not so bad. They're not extremely high, but that can be a way that in the future Advantage plans can offset the cost, where the medical coverage can be a much higher out-of-pocket. Again, they can adjust their formularies. They can adjust the costing, the pricing on what you would pay for the different tiers on your medications. Again, there's a lot of things that we are expecting to occur. How significant it'll be for 2025, we'll find out pretty soon, and then that'll give us a little bit of an indication of what to expect moving forward as we have more adjustments to Medicare in the future. Now, Danny, what I want you to do, again, go over how the supplemental plan will work for someone. You went over Advantage plans, and how that can work, but go over how the supplemental plan will work for someone, and who is typically the person that takes out the supplemental plans.
Okay, actually, on the supplemental, the way I explain it, the supplemental is the most comprehensive plans that you can get out there in the Medicare world. The plan that most people will choose is Plan G. In the Plan G, you will have a deductible, an annual deductible that starts in January, ends in December, and it's $240 this year and the next year that I see so far. Now, the only other thing that you will pay is your annual premium. So you could have $1 million claim, and besides your annual premium, the only thing out of pocket that you're going to have is that $240 annual deductible. So the person that really likes to use the Medicare supplements, anybody that has health issues should really be very careful and look at the supplements because it's more comprehensive for you. The Medicare, it has to be medically necessary. So your coverage is going to be a lot easier. And in the Advantage side, now you're looking at the insurance plan to determine what is going to be covered and what is not, other than the regular coverage for your doctor's visit and things like that. But anything and above that. Now, on the Medicare supplement, again, if you're a traveling person, so in Elgin, you want to get out of here in the winter and go south, that supplement will travel with you all through the United States. So it doesn't make any difference where you go. You're covered in all of the United States. So feel free to travel as you may, and you will not lose any of your coverage. And it's very, very simple. All you do is walk into your doctor's office or hospital, show them your Medicare card and your Medicare supplement card. There is no questions asked. And if you're not sure and this is a mistake that a lot of the clients will do, save yourself a lot of headache, okay? If you want to know if your doctor takes Medicare and if you're covered, all you need to ask is a simple question. Doctor, do you take Medicare? Yes, we do. You stop there. That's it, because your Medicare supplement is tied into your Medicare plan. Your Medicare supplement is tied in with your Medicare red, white, and blue. So you don't need to ask the doctor, do you take any of the different companies, Company A, Company B, or Company C? It doesn't matter. It's all the same. Also, the Plan G is all the same as far as the coverage is concerned from Plan Company A, B, C, or D. The only difference is the premium. So obviously, if you're looking at Medicare and you're in your initial enrollment period, we're going to look at the company that has the largest market share, that has the best price, and we're going to recommend it because it doesn't matter. That plan is the same in every one of the companies that sells the G plan. So go ahead, Julianne, to cover anything I missed.
Yes. So just to kind of go over those comparisons again, with that original Medicare, which is what Danny mentioned was the red, white, and blue card, and your supplemental, they are two individual cards that you use together for anything hospital-related, anything medical-related, and then there's that standalone D, which is that Medicare prescription drug plan. So ultimately, someone that has a supplement would typically have all three of those cards. So Medicare card, supplemental card, and then the Part D card. On the Advantage plan, you have to have your Medicare card. So either way you go, you have to have Medicare A and B in order to take out the insurance. So whichever of the two options you choose, you need that to get the insurance itself. So you have your Medicare card for an Advantage plan and then your Advantage plan card, and that's it. So it's only two cards because the Advantage plan will have the drug plan incorporated with it. A big topic or a lot of questions that we typically get is what covers dental and vision and gym memberships and blah, give me $50 a quarter, whatever freebies that they give you. That is on the Advantage plans. So on the Advantage plans, the person that typically takes it out, maybe they're very healthy, or even if they do have a couple specialists and they go 3-4 times a year, it's, very nominal as far as those copays are concerned. Again, even if you're not paying a premium, you are still expected on those traditional Advantage plans to pay copays or coinsurances for everything. So for whatever the service is, there is a code with it and a cost with it. So it could be a $20 cost, it could be a $50 cost, it could be a $100 cost, but everything, there's a cost associated on the Advantage plan. Now, as far as traveling, as Danny mentioned, you can travel with the Advantage plan as well. So you can go anywhere you want to, but when you're in a different state, as an example, is that hospital that you end up with, of course, they have to take you because it's an emergency. But once you're stabilized, is that hospital considered an in-network hospital or not in-network hospital? So a preferred or not preferred, right? Well, you need to figure that out. So you have to make sure that if you're somewhere else that is not where you live and you end up in that hospital, make sure that it is in network or if it's out of network, because that makes a difference on those Advantage plans. For PPO plans, a lot of times you have out-of-network coverage. For HMOs, dependent on the plan, because some HMOs you can go out of state as well. They have some additional options for you. But typically on an HMO, if you're out of state and you end up at a different hospital, they'll take you in the emergency, but then they're going to ship you out somewhere that is a reciprocal hospital, or you might have to come back to Illinois if that's where you're domiciled or where you lived. And again, you have to know these things because if something unexpected happens, you don't want to be shocked. You don't want to say, oh, I had no idea that this could happen to me. You should know what your insurance is. It doesn't even matter if you're on Medicare. If you're on a group plan right now, you should know what your insurance is, especially if you travel. You know, if you're on an under 65 plan, you have to be aware of what could happen in those types of situations so you're not caught off guard, as well as your family members as well. So it's not so easy to say if someone is very healthy, you know, oh, you know what? I like the idea of the Advantage plans because I don't necessarily pay any premium up front. I'm okay with the out-of-pocket costs, and I want those additional benefits. I want those extra add-ons that they provide. Again, we're not here to say what's wrong, right or wrong. What we're here to say is these are the differences between the two, and then really getting into a deeper dive on the individual person, because every individual person is different. Their medications are different. Their doctors are different. That's the other thing with the changes because of the Inflation Reduction Act on the Advantage plan. Our expectation is we might see some more network cutting from the Advantage plans, meaning that, say, for an example, as a PPO, you know, they might have 7-8 different hospitals, but as we move forward, it might start to reduce to, you know, 6, 5, 4 hospitals, even on the PPO side for in-network. The other thing you have to remember on Advantage plans, hospitals don't have to take Advantage plans for your services, you know, only in emergency. So on the original Medicare side that Danny mentioned with the supplemental plan, it's a federal program. So all hospitals have to take original Medicare, which is what the supplement is. On an Advantage plan, it's now private carrier under the guidance of Medicare. So the hospitals don't have to take that Advantage plan. So you have to be aware of what the differences are. So if a hospital doesn't take that Advantage plan at all, then it's not out of network. It's just they don't even take it.
Right.
So please be aware of that, because these are some of the things that people will unexpectedly find themselves in, and then they're shocked at why didn't I have this coverage, or they're shocked at the bill that they receive. You shouldn't be. You should be aware. And the insurance companies, they send you the booklets. They send you the summary of benefits. If you open it up, it tells you in there what your cost liability is. It's on the very first page. But the problem is when we're looking at the advertisements on TV, when we're looking at the stuff that we don't see the bottom of the screen on the TV that says this is based on every state possible, and we cherry pick all the different details. And I can't tell you, right, Danny, how many times we get calls and, I saw this on TV and it says I can get this, this, and this, and this. And I go, okay, well, again, it's based on your zip code and county. It's based on where you live. And so we have to look at that. Not every state is going to be the same, and especially, Illinois versus maybe a smaller rural place area, somewhere down south.
Julianne,
those questions.
Another thing I wanted to bring up, too, at this point, this is the reason why that over 10 years ago, Julianne, Eric, and myself started doing these workshops, because we were finding clients coming into our office and they were having these issues, and we said we have to get this word out to clients that are moving into Medicare. So a lot of this information you're going to get at that workshop. It's a educational shop only, so when you go there, we're going to strive on showing you the difference between a Medicare supplement plan, how the drug plans work, and how the Advantage side works. There is no right or wrong, but you need to be educated, and that's why we do these workshops. So it's very important that if you haven't attended one of our workshops, dial that number, that 630. Yeah, 630-320-6906, and look at all the workshops that we have coming up. And these are the last workshops for this year. So go ahead and do yourself a favor and attend one of these workshops And then when you sit down with Julianne, Erica, or myself, you're going to have a better idea as to what direction you want to go. But obviously, we will go over everything all over again, because our goal is to make sure the product, the services that you need is best to fit your needs. So that's, yeah, go ahead.
Well, it's interesting because you'll have some people, they just want to hear, you know, this is the best plan for you. This is going to be it. This is amazing. And, you know, as a broker, you know, we've been trained, and everyone else should be trained the same way, but we've been trained that it is not for us to determine what is best for you, because you as the individual know what your comfort level is. We need to make sure that we abide by what your comfort level is, what you're looking for, what your expectations are. We will give you those facts. We will tell you all of that, but that will help you make the most educated decision possible. A lot of times we want to just hear someone say to us, oh yeah, this is the best thing, you get this and that, and you know, oh, you only pay $240, and that. Again, every individual person has a different view of what they think is best for them for their health insurance needs. We are not here to tell you to go one way or the other, but we will tell you, you know, what the expectations are should something happen. And by doing that, it enables you to then say, okay, I'm more comfortable going this way. And yet, even if when we do that, we'll still have clients that after a few years, regardless of which way they chose, they'll then ask us about the other option. It's because you're so bombarded with all the information that you receive from the insurance companies, from the TV, from your friends and your family, right, Danny?
Oh, my God, yes.
I have a gentleman that I've been taking care of for now, I think, 4 or 5 years, and I cannot tell you, his option was based on financial as well, and so he chose the Advantage plan. And it wasn't just because of financial, it was for other reasons. He liked the different benefits and everything. He was okay with the out-of-pocket and the copays. And so far, it's been working out for him. But his friend, I kid you not, every year tells him, no, you must be on the supplemental plan. And every year he calls me, out of, not during open enrollment, just during the middle of the year, or the beginning of the year, and again goes, well, I'm sorry, Julianne, but, he keeps on bugging me about it, and then I go over with him all over again the differences between the two. And guess what happens every single time? He says, you know what? Nope, I'm happy with where I'm at. Again, you need to know the facts, not just the person telling you, oh, no, that's bad. I have another couple that they have a lot of different friends, and every single person that they know has a completely different program. So not only do some have original Medicare supplementals, some have Advantage plans, and it's not just one Advantage plan, it's all the different companies, and every single person that they know, they're each very happy with what they have. So they go, so we're so confused because everyone we talk to that has a completely different plan, they're happy with it. Again, it's not based on someone else. It's based on you. It's based on your medications. It's based on if you need to verify doctors or hospitals. Don't go by what someone else says, especially not from another state. Danny, do you get that right?
Oh, yes.
People will say, well, I spoke to my brother in
Arizona.
Florida or Arizona, and, he said, do this and this and this. I'm like, okay, well, that's in Florida. So the programs are different from state to state. So they don't necessarily translate the same way as they do from Florida to Illinois or from Illinois to Ohio and whatever the state may be.
And that brings me up to one other thing, Julianne. Between Julianne, Eric, and myself, we have license in almost every state. So even if you are associated with us and you decide to move out of state, you can still use our services be telephone or through the web, we can still service you out of the state of Illinois. So I just thought I'd throw that in because I have had a number of people in the Chicagoland area move to different states, and then they're, oh my God, what am I going to do now, Danny? I hate to lose you as my agent. And I said, not a problem. So that's how I wanted to throw that in because that's happened a number of times.
So we just want to say thank you again. We will be back the first Tuesday in October where we will be going into pretty soon that open enrollment season. But again, if you need to give us a call, you can reach us at 630-320-6906. We have our Elgin office. We also have our Oak Brook office. The Elgin office is not too far from the Judson University. If you're familiar with 90 and Route 31, and the Oak Brook office is right across from the Oak Brook Shopping Center, where the Michael Jordan Steakhouse is in Oak Brook. So we're conveniently located both offices to make it as easy as possible for you. But again, you can always give us a call, 630-320-6906. And we want to thank you again for listening, and we'll be back in October.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Perfect for the whole family.
Out to lunch with Matt coming up next.
All ages can try Ninja Warrior obstacles, rock climbing, vertical adventures, and aerial course. Adrenaline Monkey can also host your organization's team building programs. Half-day and full-day sessions are available. Visit adrenalinemonkeyfun.com/WD.